It's kind of hard for a simp when you're Captain Saving these bigs. Now I'm playing. What's up? What's up with everybody? How's everybody doing? This Jose. Hopefully you guys are tapping in. Where's all my people at? You guys are probably in other people's lives. Don't want to join Jose. I bore you too much. You feel me? But hopefully we get more people joining in. You know what I mean? Like I was saying, it's kind of hard for a simp when all these niggas taking yo bitch. And when they jump ship, you gotta be a hoe ass simp. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers out here simping for these women. You simping ass motherfuckers. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't no simp. Don't ever call me a simp, and we'll be good as long as you don't call me that. You feel me? But what's going on, man? What's going on out in Oakland, man? I heard a motherfucker got killed at the Sideshow last night over there by where? What was it? By High Street? I heard somebody got ran over by a car or something like that. Got killed. I seen a video of it, bro. It looked pretty fucking gruesome, actually. But yeah, man. Motherfuckers out here gotta be careful, man. It be hyphy out there. So what's up, man? Tonight is Saturday. You know what I mean? Just a Saturday night live, just a kickback with the homies. See if people want to join in. Say what's up. I got my homie who might tap in, who's from Modesto. He's a very deep thinker like me, bro, and I'm going to have him on more often. We're going to talk about some subjects this coming week. Basically, we're going to talk about some different things on my live with Jays with him. He's going to kind of be a guest, you know what I mean? And hopefully you guys can join in on that one. That should be coming up Tuesday, hopefully. Tuesday or Wednesday, but for sure I'm going to shoot for Tuesday. But how's everybody doing out there? I had a good day today. I was out in the Haight and Ashbury, kicking back out there. Want to buy a couple things. You feel me? Check out a few spots out there. I'm just out here chilling. Wanted to kick back. I wasn't doing nothing tonight. Saturday night, I'm home. So I just want to tap in with everybody. Say what's up. Hopefully we get more people in. What's up, man? Who's in here, man? Throw it in the comments. What's up? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys have been safe and doing good. But yeah, man, somebody got killed at the Sideshow last night, I heard, in Oakland. You know what I mean? I guess it was over there by, I think over there kind of by Tacos El Gordo in that area, kind of. I think. I could be wrong. Maybe it was in the deep. But I could have sworn I heard it was over there by that area, kind of off of High Street in that area by the freeway. But, yeah, man. Crazy, man. These sideshows, man, they ain't what they used to be, that's for sure. You know what I mean? I mean, sideshows were pretty reckless when I was young, but you didn't really hear about motherfuckers getting killed at sideshows when I was a youngster, you feel me? You know, now it's like, it's like you risking your life going to that motherfucker, bro. You never know if you're going to get shot, beat up, jumped, stomped out, you feel me? You never know, man. And then motherfuckers, the thing I never understood about sideshows is motherfuckers are being hella reckless with their cars. They're swinging donuts. And then they get mad when they crash into another car. Well, what the fuck you think is going to happen if you're fucking swinging your car and just being reckless? Of course you're going to crash into some. You're bound to crash into someone or someone's going to crash into you. It's not fucking rocket science. You feel me? But, you know, I ain't going to knock the sideshows because, yeah, I used to go to sideshows when I was a youngster. And I'm sure a lot of you guys probably did too. If you're from Oakland or from the Bay, you feel me? But I just think that, I don't know. I think it's just gotten crazier and crazier. It's not what the sideshow used to be. I think it's gotten a lot more violent fools out there, all strapped up, shooting up motherfuckers, and they be wild out there. You feel me? But what can you do? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there who just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And like once again, it's kind of hard for a simp when you're simping for these broads. What's cracking? Just got off work. What's up, Northbound? You know what I mean? So, hey, how many simps are out there? Put your hands up in the air. Say, hi, I'm a simp. To all the simps out there who are simping for the females. But now, what's up, Cepeda? Talking about just chilling out here, man. Talking about some fool got killed at the Sideshow last night, unfortunately. You feel me? In East Oakland, somebody got hit by a car, I guess. And, man, it's wild. I don't know if they got shot or got hit by a car, one or the other, but somebody got killed. So that's all bad, you feel me? But other than that, man, I just been chilling. Just wanted to tap in a Saturday night, just out here chilling. Hey, is my homie from Modesto on here? Put it in the comments if you're on here, bro, for you can join up with me real quick. I want to introduce you to the audience because I got a cool homie, bro. He's a deep thinker. You feel me? He's a war veteran. He's a native indigenous an indigenous uh Big Mike's wrestling name and Chambela. Hey, tell Big Mike to tap in, bro. I would love that fool to come on here. That would be lit. But I got a homie who might come on too, bro. I don't know. He was on here. Hopefully he comes back on. Put it in the comments if you're on, bro. But he's a deep thinker, bro. He's a really serious dude. He's a war veteran. You know what I mean? He's an indigenous healer. There he is right there. Joaquin Stanislaw. Hey, bro, if you want to join me, I'm gonna put the link, bro, and join me, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna be on the lookout for the link because I want him to introduce himself. He's a cool homie, bro. Yeah, Sideshow is hella northbound. Hey, San Joaquin, Mazatal. I put the link, bro. StreamYard link. A man, he's scared to get on, bro. I don't know what's wrong with that fool. He's scared to get on my live. I just put it, bro. Right there, look. It's right there. I just put it. Just come into it, bro. But I want to introduce my homie, bro. He's a cool dude. He's a very deep thinker, bro. Very serious dude, but he has a good heart, man. And he's trying to reclaim a lot of our lost indigenous culture, which is a good thing, you know. But I want to introduce him and I want to have him on the show more often for we could do some pretty dope live with Jays, some deep thinking ones, because you know I'm a deep thinker too, you feel me? Hey, where's Big Mike? Tell Big Mike to come on. That fool's hey, last night's Dankin' and Drankin' was off the fucking hook, bro. I don't know if you guys catched it. It was me, Gunner. It was Big Mike. It was Bean and some other dude I think from San Diego, and then some fucking J-Cab, bro, named Boyle or something, who was just cuckoo in la cabeza, bro. I don't know what was wrong with that fool. That fool was on one. But yeah, me and Big Mike, we're just clowning, but it's all love, man. You feel me? Big Mike, aka Fat Gil. Oh, there he goes. I got him. Hey, what's up, bro? You finally were able to join on. But yeah, me and Big Mike, we're just clowning, but it's all love, man. Hey, put your thing on mute, bro. It's echoing. Hey, what's up, bro? You finally were able to join on. Yeah, me and Big Mike. Yeah, it's echoing, bro. Man. What's up, bro?
What's cracking?
Shit, how you doing, man? I want to introduce you to the panel, bro, because I want you to come on here more often, bro, for we could have more deep conversations about our community, bro.
Okay.
So what's up? Give a little introduction. You're on live, bro.
Yeah.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, let me get it.
All right. Yeah, but you're on live. I can hear you, bro.
Okay, a little bit about me. I just wanted to say I'm a combat vet. I was in the military, so I'm a former military vet. There's no such thing as an ex-vet. You were or you won't. I'm an educated university person, but more important, I'm an indigenous person, reconnecting. And so, my identity is based off of the teachings of indigenous people, which we once were. But through colonization, we've been stripped of our identity. So we use gangs and religion as our identity. So it's how I work through my PTSD. It's how I work through my trauma. It works for me.
Somebody said, thank you for your service.
Hey, you know what? It's a thankless job. I guess people want to be thanked, or like the Vietnam vets. For us, we're more like trying to reintegrate and get our education, our job, and help ourselves be better and help our community. You know what I mean?
Hey, so we talked about, like earlier, we were talking about our raza getting caught up in gangs, getting caught up in drugs, and what has created that.
Right.
I want you to elaborate on it because you were talking pretty deep earlier, bro, about it.
Well, being in a gang gives you an identity. You know, if you come from Mexico, Salvador, or if you're just kid that has no brothers and sisters, instead of being little Juanito, little Pedro, little whatever, now you could be Psycho. Now you could be Big Sleeper. Now you could be
Big
Pelon. You could
Mike.
be, yeah, you could be Big Mike. You could be big fucking big whatever, or Psycho this or Crazy this. You could be somebody else that becomes a superhero, that becomes a monster, that becomes kind of an acknowledged person that can walk with respect,
Yeah.
right? So that visibility has helped a lot of people create an identity for themselves, create strength in numbers, you know, like the drug culture, the biker culture. But you ask most people, hey, where your family from? All from Salvador, all from Mexico, but they can't tell you the language that they spoke, the culture they were a part of,
Yeah.
because that's all been stripped. So when you're in a gang, you create your own culture, you create your own language. Hey, what's up, homeboy? Hey, bro, what's crack? You know what I mean? You become what you want to become.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You become like your own personality. You know, hey, what's up, blood? Hey, you start creating your own social
You're cracking up a
dynamics.
little bit, bro. I'm kind of losing you, bro.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can. For a minute, I was kind of
You
losing
create
you,
your
bro.
own. Yeah, you create your own identity and your own perception of the world, your own dress code, your own language, and people that know what you're wearing or know what kind of tattoos you have, they can identify with you as a friend or an enemy. You know,
Yeah.
and so I think if people knew where the roots came from, their creation story, their tribe, and all that, maybe they wouldn't be digging uh, in the whole gang scene looking for an identity.
Yeah.
Same thing with religion. Your devout Catholics, your devout Christians, your devout Mormons, your devout Jehovah's Witnesses, they give you
Satanists.
something to believe in. Yeah,
Yeah.
or a job. You're just a good indigenous slave working a good 9 to 5, getting the money, keeping your head down, keeping your mouth shut, and that's it.
Sí, señor.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. You just like repeating history repeats itself.
Hey,
In
but
cycles.
let them know where you grew up, bro. Like, where you from in the world? What part of the world? Well, what you grew up around, bro? What was your environment like?
My environment was farm working people in the Stockton area, in the Modesto area. People that my parents were farm workers first and foremost. My grandma was a farm worker from Texas. My other grandma on the other side from Mexico, from Jalisco, was a farm worker. Um, my neighborhood that I grew up in was a norteño neighborhood. Um, a lot of the people that I grew up around would use the old school gangster talk, like, "Hey, what's up, Bessa?" This and that. So I
Yeah,
just
like
seen people
Carlos.
coming out of prison. People coming out of prison. Back then, they would be on heroin. They'd be riding those
Beach
12
cruisers.
speeds. I don't know if you remember. No, the
Oh, the
12.
10 speed with the fold with the horn looking handlebars.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I remember those.
Be tad. I mean, you got to think this is like the late '80s, early '90s, bro. Time frame we're talking here, and
Yeah,
so my environment was you were either a criminal or a day laborer. You know, there
yeah,
was no you got a cool job or you're going to college. That was very rare. I think
yeah,
we had
yeah.
in my neighborhood one family that went to Berkeley, um, a couple of the people that went into the military, um, very few people that graduated out of community college locally.
So basically,
And
you're gonna work and have kids. That was basically the environment.
for some, yeah. For others, it was gangbang, go to prison or die in the streets.
Yeah,
You got to think the norteño red on red uh, was high.
yeah,
You know,
Oh yeah, in the Central
People,
Valley, that was going on a lot out there. Huh?
a lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people won't talk about that. That you couldn't wear anything Fresno Bulldogs. People would be like, other Norteños would be like, oh, you're a Sureño or you're a Streezy,
Yeah, yeah,
or, you would get deemed that you were part of a gang, even if you weren't, right? And
yeah,
so you couldn't wear anything red, you couldn't wear anything blue, you couldn't wear anything Fresno Bulldogs. We would hear people mention the Texas Syndicate because there was a lot of Tejanos, but I'd never physically seen one of those people. It was just
yeah,
mentioned in conversation. So people wanted to be tough. People had something to prove, and a lot of people were always putting on a front or an image to be something that they weren't because of the environment was very predatory.
it's like what I always
Um,
tell you. Like it seems like Raza, we kind of always act like we have something to prove. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, and I
So
think that's that ego and machismo is a big problem in our community for sure.
it's ego tripping, but it's also having monumental ego. You want to be respected and recognized when you're not respected, when you're not recognized. So you put on a mask or a front of something that you are.
Yeah,
I think machismo was brought in more or less through religion and the Spaniards of no llores cabrón, estás pendejo. Those were kind of put downs and insults the Spanish brought, you know.
yeah,
So people are like, okay, well, if I act tough, if I show no emotion, if I'm crazy, if I'm a vato loco or a homie, then people respect me. I'll take you. You're gonna bow down to me, and I'm gonna take the respect from you.
yeah. I feel you. So you grew up what around Modesto area, right? For the most part.
For the most part, I grew up in. Initially, I was born in Merced.
Uh-huh.
I moved out, came
Where
out to the
Gunner's
Modesto area.
from?
No, I went back there to live with my uncle and my aunt that were on drugs, and they
Yeah.
lived. They lived in some crappy apartments for those that know their way around Merced, around West Applegate Park and Santa Fe Street, and off of 23rd Street. And so I went back there, and I moved out to live for a while in Oakdale with a friend. I moved out to live in Ceres as well,
Okay.
and a few
Yeah,
other
yeah.
in a few other places. Just to remain a couple other places remain anonymous. But the main thing was that drug use, the jobs, cocaine, alcohol was always available. I worked at a job in Tracy, and there was a couple Air Force vets, Vietnam vets, and a lot of paisanos, and they would get loaded on cocaine and alcohol in the orchards and bust out some pork rinds and be like, hey, come and party with us. I'm a youngster. I'm like 17, 18, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm out there working with grown ass men who are getting loaded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to me, I was up and down the Central Valley. I was up and down the San Joaquin Valley. And
Hey, where's Gunner's Hood, bro? You said that's called Dead End or something like that?
it's called Dead End. It's off of a street called Martin Luther King by the fairgrounds at Childs. A street called
Okay.
like Childs.
Okay.
And it's a street that basically runs parallel to that other street. And there's nothing but apartments. There's one liquor store and a lot of compacted type of like beat down projects.
Oh,
And
okay.
he lived it. That was the neighborhood called Dead End, which was a norteño, but there was also a lot of Crips around there.
Okay.
Um, it's an area that you go through there and you feel like a little, damn, it's hood, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of like if you're
and
in
back,
Goofy Oakland.
I mean, something like that. You get that little vibe, like somebody's watching you, or like there's just some shit that's gonna pop off. You could feel it in your senses.
Yeah.
It's just really poor. It's like really poor and full of drugs and gangs. So there's a lot of corruption.
And then you told me also you had lived in Modesto too, right? Like the West Side and all those areas, because you know those areas.
I know the areas in Modesto because, like I said, my family when they came from Texas, they lived in these areas, and then I went there to hang out with people or women or do stupid shit. because of the people I was connected with in the party crew, and I'll just leave the OG's name as Midnight. Those people that know Midnight and know his party crew know him, and the people that hate him or don't know him, then it's in my past, right? So I used to go kick it with him. That his neighborhood was there. He moved out to Stockton. I used to go kick it with him in Stockton, and we were just basically foot soldiers for people that he had beef with. We were kind of like the pawns, if you will, trying to impress somebody who's a lot older than us. Who'd
Yeah.
been in the game since the '80s, who'd been in C14, who'd been a norteño, who decided that everybody's fighting each other. It's just better to form my own crew and have my little soldiers or minions around me to fight my battles. Well, I could just sit back as the general and just command people to go into battle, right? But for somebody that lacked an identity, I wasn't indigenous. My parents were Catholic Christian. They were field workers. Eventually, they bought a house. My mom got educated. She was a Chicana. But they didn't instill anything other than work and go to church. There
Yeah.
was no cultural aspect. There was no taking us out because, I come out of a family out of 10 kids. But my
Yeah.
parents remarried. There wasn't enough money to feed and clothe all of us. So some of us, like my older brother, was out in the streets in a little lowrider truck. I'm just gonna call him Playboy 40 ounce. I'm not gonna throw his name out there. And he was all about boosting cars with his homies. He was all about fucking chicks, drinking, and I was like, fuck, I want that. I
Not like
want
my
that life.
brother. Shit, it's crazy ass.
Right. So you were like, you know what? I want that. You're in a lowrider with Dayton's 14-inch tire, wire rims, a system on glitter, on candy paint with the side panels, the silver side panels, slumping. He had two lowrider mini troquitas. And I was like, fuck, he's getting all these women. He's fucking women left and right. He's got nice clothes. He's got swag. He's got a mouthpiece. I said, I want to be like him.
Yeah.
So I was chasing the illusion of being somebody that I would never catch up to be. I could never be myself. And hanging out with gang members, and my brother prevented me from getting jumped into the Norteño group. So I jumped ship and went the other way to the
You jump
brown
ship to
pride.
work for a pimp, right? I'm fucking with you.
So yeah, it was a crazy time for me, bro. Trying to find myself. I was skinny. A lot of chicks wanted me to fuck them, and everybody wanted to fight me, right? So it was awkward for me to live in a world where you have to keep your head on a swivel. So I decided to join the Marines, the military, as my family had joined during World War II in Korea from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And my time came. My little brother went into the Army. I went into the Marines. And I came back, a little bit more crazier because I seen a lot more death and destruction. I seen people kill people right in front of me. I seen people commit suicide right in front of me. You come back with your PTSD a lot more complex. You have an addiction to sex. So I'm out there picking up women in Oakland and Stockton and
San Leandro.
San Leandro on the Hostro. I'm out there, scooping up on women and just running them up, bro. Just, anybody that wanted it, anybody that I had beef with, I was going to come get you. That was my mentality back then, right? And I was like, I just don't give a fuck. And I ended up fighting some sheriffs from Modesto out in the city of Patterson during its Apricot Fiesta. And they try to pop my heart, taser me, pop my heart.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
I'm fighting a dude, just think about it, who's 6'5", 350 pounds.
Fuck.
Me, on a good day with shoes, I'm like 5'9", maybe 230, maybe 235 at my heaviest. and I'm fighting somebody who's just bigger with the weapon. You know, some upstate Sureños jumped the cops, and they were trying to blame it on me. And I'm not a South Sider. I'm not none of that right at that time. And I get rushed.
You're
I get
G.I.
tasered.
Joe at that time, right? And I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm like G.I. Jose. I'm like, straight up, soldado, sicario, whatever, warrior, bro. In my mind, I'm a super soldier, right?
Yeah.
I get in a tussle with this dude. This dude calls 2 or 3 of his other homies that are raza. They do a boot party on me, stomp me out, trying to smear me on the sidewalk. I just covered my face, fought back. I'm lucky they didn't pop my heart because they popped some black dude's heart in Modesto County, right?
Yeah.
Nothing that I'm proud of. I'm not bragging about it. But it taught me 2 things. If I wasn't drunk, that would have never happened. And that would not cost me my life or discipline in the military, my rank or money. So from that point on, May 5th, 2009 to now, I've been sober off of all drugs and alcohol.
That's good. That's fucking good, bro.
My excuse, my cop out was I just lost 3 cousins within weeks apart of them. One of my cousins, he was 20 years old. He got decapitated in a car accident because of road rage. That wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
My other cousin, he got burned alive with the Mexican drug war, and they found his teeth remains in a vat of acid. My other cousin, he died of a heroin overdose, hot shot in Reno. They gave him a hot shot of heroin, and he passed on. He OD'd, and they brought his body to his house. His homies. He was half Filipino, half Chicano. He was a norteño, and I used to live with him in Merced, and so I always was never able to grieve, never able to make his funeral, and it really left a bad taste in my mouth. So I was like angry at the world, bro.
Yeah, remember I was telling you recently that I didn't really cry at my mom's funeral and it fucked me up recently.
Right.
That shit is hard, bro. That shit is hard, bro. That shit fucked me up, bro. Really. We'll talk about that in private, bro. But yeah, recently I had an emotional outburst, bro, out of nowhere, bro. Just like, you know what I mean? Because I didn't cry at my mom's funeral, bro. It's a long story why though. There's a reason why I did, but
I hadn't cried either. And so I had ate my own vomit. I had it all bottled up. And the sex can only do so much. You were out there having angry sex with women, smacking down any kind of women out there, any homies who's locked up, or any mother who's got kids, or any homegirl, whatever. I was out there smacking them all down, bro. And
I went through that too, bro.
I
went through a time where I think I had a sex addiction for sure, bro.
Yeah,
I was telling you about that.
It was a sex addiction. I was unloading on people's old ladies, bro. They were hitting me up. They were like, "Hey, my man's cheating on me," or "He's locked up."
It's like you develop like a "I don't give a fuck" mentality. Like, I don't give a fuck if she has a boyfriend. Fuck that fool. I trust me, bro. I was there too, bro. At one point, trust me.
I was like, "Fuck it."
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck the world, fuck it, and I was smacking down these chicks, and some of these chicks, they just wanted to get get-backs at their old man and use somebody to get it.
Nah, motherfucker, I ain't drinking Pepto.
You know what I mean? So, but
hey, bro, let's change it a little bit because I want to tell some of the folks are from the Bay Area and they can relate to the story. Hey, tell them about the time and all the crazy shit you've seen when you worked as a security guard in that bar in San Leandro, bro. What was it called? Club Caliente, right?
You're talking about Club Caliente. It's across the street from La Oficina, I think it was.
Right there on East 14th.
Yeah. So the story is one of my partners, my homeboy Bear. You met my homeboy also. He got out the
Bear. Yeah. You're only from Modesto,
right? He's just from the Central Valley. We'll just leave it at that. He's just from the Central Valley.
What's up, Rich Jim?
He got out the pen and he couldn't get a job. He's got a wife and a newborn, bro. I think at the time. I don't think he had all his kids, and he needed a job. So they gave him a homie that we had out there in the Bay, hooked him up, plugged him in with the job because his family owned that bar at the time with some Irish dude.
Okay.
So he was like, "Hey man, there's some, people doing cocaine. There's some paisas. There's some border brothers." And at the time, we didn't have border brother gang members out here in the Central Valley, right?
Yeah.
And there'd be once in a while you get a couple of Northerners come in, Southerners, whatever, and it was just off the hook. Fights, drug transactions, people fucking in the parking lot, paisas going crazy. So I was like, I'm gonna go out there and back him up. He's down. He caught a case and he kept his mouth shut. I mean, he caught a. I'll just leave it. I'll just basically say
Oh,
he was about helping out other people. If there was a gunfight or people getting jumped or a knife fight, he was just a soldier backing up himself and his people and his brothers, and involved a certain group of people. And he was down. He did his time and he kept his mouth shut. And so I was like, I'm gonna back him up. If somebody wants some shit, I'm gonna be there right there with them. And it was just, we went in there, and a lot of lonely women were just looking to get piped down, bro.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of women seen new faces, and they're like, okay, these guys ain't from Hayward or Oakland. Here's my number. Let's hook up. And I was like, damn, this place is cool. This place is cool. Some chicks just looking to, hook up like that. And I was like, all right, cool. And when it came down to fights or drug transactions in the bathroom, you had to kind of use your mouthpiece instead of your fist when it came to stuff like that. So 9 out of 10 times it was the mouthpiece instead of the fist. And I like that place.
To me, the funniest story was the story you told me about the border brother dude. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay,
that
so that
story was crazy, bro.
So one day I'm watching the door.
Uh-huh.
I'm right there as a doorman, and I see a youngster dressed in Zorro walking back and forth pacing. And he's indigenous. He's dark skinned, and he's on a good one. You could tell him he's talking real quick, smacking his lips, and he's just kind of like, his eyes are like fucking golf balls. He comes through and he's like, "Hey, ¿qué ole? ¿Qué onda? I said, "What's up, bro? ¿Qué pasa?" He's like, "¿Quieres un estéreo, güey?" He tells me like 3 different times, "¿Quieres un estéreo? ¿Quieres un estéreo?" I said, "All right. Fuck it, bro. Tráelo." So he gets this little fucking crazy fucking look in his face, and he sprints to this little plaza that used to be this old school little Goodwill. He pulls out a fucking
I remember that Goodwill.
Okay, he gets a spark plug. He goes to this old school like green Jetta, and he smashes the fucking front window. He fucking dives in there like a swan dive, just boom, picks the fucking stereo, and then fucking, for good measure, pulls out like some blade and slashes the dude's both tires. So the car hits switches and it goes like this.
Damn.
It doesn't go straight. And he comes through with the fucking stereo. And this is only in a matter of fucking minutes, bro, like maybe 2-3 minutes flat.
Yeah.
I look at the dude and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I thought he was just joking around. And he's all fucking hype. He's like, "Give me 20, give me this." I said, "Bro, camera right behind us. And you want to do a transaction in front of camera?" Like, "Nah, bro, keep it cool." So then this chunky paisa comes out. He goes to his car and he asked me if I seen anything. I was like, "Nah, I didn't see anything, bro." But I'm lying. And he has to put his back to the car, lift it up. And they're trying to change out a tire, do something called fucking tow truck or whatever, change the tire or whatever. And I just felt like shit. Like this dude was like so hard up for money that he went and did a lick right in a matter of fucking seconds and shit. And I was just like, fuck.
That's crazy. You told me he was a BB, right?
He was a border brother. He kept telling me, "Put a border brother." He would wear the colors. He was all about that life. And I was just like, man, these dudes are just kind of reckless.
Damn.
To do some shit like that just on a whim, just to get a $20 bill, it might have been for some rock or something.
I think it was dope fiend out.
Yeah. He was just hard up for money, and he was just willing to do anything just for a couple bucks.
Yeah. For sure. It's crazy, bro. That sounds like someone from Oakland or from that area, bro.
He was a super J-Cat, bro. And it's just, you got to think, when you're drugged out, you're a paisano, you're a raza, and you don't have an identity. It's your identity is going to come from two places: church or a gang. You know what I mean?
Somebody in the comments said, "What part of Mexico did they find your cousin's remains at?"
Los Altos de Jalisco.
Okay, Los Altos de Jalisco.
More specifically, um, I don't even know if I should throw out, towns and stuff like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. I feel
but
you.
I'll just leave it to that area because I got a lot of people out there. I just,
Your Mexican family from Jalisco, right?
yeah, but they got roots in Guanajuato.
Okay.
And they got roots in Zacatecas, Colima, and we would go through Sinaloa. So I would see a lot of farmland in Sinaloa and a lot of like murders and killings, like car accidents and people with blood when I was a little kid. So my my I would say my life between 1982 to 89 in Mexico was spent through those areas: Sinaloa, Guanajuato, Jalisco, Zacatecas, and the border of Aguascalientes and Colima. That was the Mexican world that I knew, and obviously the border, Tijuana, and all
Yeah.
that.
I
So
spent a lot of time in Tijuana for sure because my mom was from Tijuana.
yeah, and back then you didn't see gang members. Back then you didn't see cartel members. Back then you didn't see
Oh,
tweakers or anything like that. Now you'll see people tweaking in Mexico. You'll see people tatted out in the face, gang members. You'll see a lot of deported people. And those
oh
same people,
yeah.
they're the
You
ones
see
giving
hella
Mexico.
supporting people out there.
There's people from Oakland that
Yeah.
are out there, bro, in Puerto
Yeah.
Vallarta.
Hella
You know,
J Cats in Mexico too, bro. Last time I was there, I seen hella knocks out there, bro.
you get wrapped up in selling drugs and doing drugs. What do you expect? You go to prison, you're doing drugs. You're gonna be that person everywhere you go.
So I wanna make an announcement to the people watching. So I'm gonna have Homeboy back on. Hopefully we're shooting for Tuesday, but if not Tuesday, Wednesday. But I'm gonna try hard to do it Tuesday around the same time. And we want to talk about interesting subject. And I want him to get on it, and me and him are
Right.
gonna be on the whole time, kind of like what we're doing now. And then we're gonna have other people join in. But what we're gonna talk about is about being a Chicano or Raza veteran of war, and also PTSD and how the Raza community deals with mental illness and PTSD. I think it's an important subject because he's told me some interesting stories, and he's told me how he has been shunned by a lot of communities because he is a veteran. So I would like to speak deeply on that because I feel that none of these channels, none of these Raza channels ever talk about these type of issues. And that's why I would like you to come back. But I wanted to introduce you to the
Yeah,
people out
yeah.
there. You know what I mean? For they can know who you are. So that's my homie Masatal. You might have heard him in some of my video spills in the past. He's came on my channel a few times. We just kind of been we lost track of each other for a minute, but we reconnected. So you feel me? It's cool that he's back on here. Like I could have him more often, and we could talk about some deep subject. Homeboy's a deep thinker. Hey, you want some people to join? Maybe we could talk to some people in the crowd. What do you think?
Yeah, I just wanted to just announce one more thing before we jump into that, just to give
Yeah, yeah,
something to the viewers and give something back to yourself. Um, Going through situations can either make you or break you. Whether you come from poverty, whether you come from immigrant household or from a barrio, it's are you going to make that negative into a positive, or are you going to let that negative consume you? Too many times I feel like we're playing the Prussian Olympics. Who has it the worst? Who has a single mother? Whose family was dirt poor in Mexico or El Salvador? Who's more Chicano? Who's more from the Bay? Who's more from a harder neighborhood? Who's suffering the hardest? And it's not even about that. We're our own worst enemies, and our communities and sometimes our own families keep us more oppressed than anybody else. So, I just want everybody to step back and think about that. That if we still think that we're um, more vulnerable than the next person, and we still let our ego get in the way, we can't keep our own ego. in check, we're never going to move forward as an individual or as a people. We're going to be uh, insanity by doing the same things over and over. Um, and I'm not saying by no means that my story is the saddest and is the hardest. I'm just sharing because I didn't let that keep me down from a college education, a home ownership. This house that you see back here, I own. I didn't let that keep me down from putting money in the bank, getting my credit score up. I didn't let it keep me down from traveling and believing in something bigger than myself in a community like myself, like the Native American community who's dealt with PTSD, rape, molestation, and all those things, that they're still doing big things. So it's all about perspective. If you have a good support group, if you have a good mindset and good people around you, you become better. So I just want everybody just to think about that on that level. And also, that addictions come in every size and shape. I've been alcohol free, I said, 13, 14 years now off of drugs. So, for anybody out there who's struggling with something, there's help out there. There's help. And don't give up hope. But if you want to take it, Jose, you want somebody else to jump on, it's
we're just kind of having, it's no topic tonight, bro. It's just kind of a homie kickback. I just kind of wanted to introduce you a little bit. You feel me? But if anyone wants to tap in and just say what's up or have a question for me or homie, you know what I mean? Please, no haters, no stupid ass fucking trolls. No one putting dick pics or no stupid shit like that, bro. Serious people only, bro. You want to come on here and say what's up? I put a link right there if you guys want to join in. You want to talk to me, you want to joke around, you want to talk about whatevever's going on in the Bay or wherever, tap in, say what's up. But yeah, man. But yeah, it's just you heard someone got killed at a sideshow last night.
You know what? I think I heard you mention that, and I think I seen something on my social media accounts.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Usually those events bring shootings or people getting ran over.
Yeah.
They've
definitely gotten more and more reckless. I mean, they've always kind of been reckless, but they've gotten even worse.
Yeah. I don't see that slowing down. I think that because of the pandemic and because of the people losing money with the unemployment, people are more road raging and more desperate right now than ever. You're going to see more stuff like that happen.
Yeah, man. I mean, I Big Mike, hey, tap in, Big Mike. That fool's hella funny, bro. There's a link, Big Mike. I hope that's really Big Mike. He's a funny ass dude, bro. He lives out in Tennessee. I hope he taps in. Me and him were clowning each other on Dankin' and Drinking show. It was hella funny, bro. Hey, Big Mike, tap in, bro. He's hella funny, bro. He's a fat motherfucker like me.
He's from Tennessee?
No, I think he's from LA, but he lives out in Tennessee. If that's really him, hey, the link's right there, bro. Tap in if you want to tap in.
He lives in Nashville or Tennessee? Nashville?
I think he said Nashville. I think.
Or,
I never been to
Tennessee.
Memphis. You've been to Tennessee?
Yeah, I've been to Tennessee, but just to the airport in Nashville and Memphis. I think I might have driven through Tennessee once. But yeah, there's a lot of raza moving over there.
Yeah.
I think I got some family. I met one of my cousins.
What's up, Big Mike?
What's good, fellas?
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm out here chilling with my homie from Modesto. He's a war vet. We were talking about his story, but we're just like kicking back, just a freestyle tonight, just chilling with the homies.
Yes, sir. That's good.
In the Tennessee, my homie.
Yeah, Nashville?
Yeah, I'm by Nashville. Yeah.
There's a lot of raza, a lot of paisas out there, Nashville. A place called Antioch.
Like I'm like 10 minutes away from Antioch, bro.
Oh, from the Yak. Yeah, out there.
From Yakistan.
The Yak out here
Yak-
is a city in the Bay too. We have an Antioch in the Bay Area too.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Antioch is crazy.
Hey, is it still is Tennessee? Is it still hella redneck, bro?
No,
No.
nah.
A lot of blacks out there.
It's you have raza and you have your blacks now.
Yeah, there's a lot of blacks out there, especially in
Yeah,
Memphis,
yeah.
right?
Oh, Memphis is fucking like a third world country, brother.
I heard that shit's ghetto as fuck, bro.
They had the war out there with the MS-13 and the Brown Pride out there.
They still do.
They
They
still
got
do.
MS-13
Yeah.
out there.
You know the motherfuckers are worldwide.
Yeah, I didn't know they had Salvadorians in Tennessee, bro.
Oh, bro, there's a lot of Salvadorian, Puerto Rican, Colombian, fucking
Everybody.
everybody, brother. It's
Damn.
rare to see a Mexican person though.
Really?
Yeah, it's rare to see Mexican.
Wow, that's crazy. I've been to Kansas City before, bro. I don't know if you ever been there, Kansas City, Missouri.
I've been to Missouri, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of raza there though, but I noticed that the raza are only in certain areas, but once you leave those areas, it's like all
It's
black and
different.
white. It seems like,
Yeah.
because I remember like the northeast side of Kansas City and like Kansas City, Kansas, and the west side was where you seen the raza. But outside of that, it seemed like you seen black and white folks.
Yeah,
There's
but they
also
embrace you though.
Huh?
They embrace you out here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I know
Yeah,
that
you have
like
that
when I was in Texas, bro, I tripped out how real the Southern hospitality was, bro.
when I moved to my spot right here where I'm at right now, neighbors came with cookies, fucking pies. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I only see this shit in movies.
Fucking the Bay Area, they're looking like, who's this motherfucker moving in?
Mm-hmm.
trying to rob
I
you and
was
shit.
tripped out.
Yeah, bro.
But
Hey, you ever been to the Bay Area, bro? Out here to like Oakland, San Francisco?
me personally, no.
Oh, you never been up this way?
I've been to Sacramento.
Okay, I lived there for a minute, for like a couple years. But yeah, I grew up more. I grew up more in the Bay, bro. It's cool out here. It's just fucking expensive and crowded, bro.
We were gonna go just to go chill, but I don't know what happened. Everybody canceled the plans and shit.
Orale. You told me you were Mexican, right? You're not Salvadorian.
No, I'm Mexican.
I'm half Salvadorian. I'm Mexican and Salvadorians. Yo soy las dos, hijo de puta.
Mierda.
Mierda, cerote.
I be hearing that shit at work all the time. Like, what the fuck?
Bacuay. Like bacuay, cerote.
Bacuac cerote. I was like, what the fuck you?
What part of
You talking
Mexico
shit?
you family from, bro?
My family is they were born in what's that shit called again? Fucking trying to think of the name, brother. Um Sonora.
Oh, in Sonora.
The Yaquis,
Yeah,
bro.
the Yaquis.
Órale.
They're from Sonora. Then they moved to Mexicali. So everybody, I have family in Sonora still, and a lot of family in Mexicali.
Órale. My mom grew up in Baja California, in Tijuana, but she's originally from Michoacan.
She's from Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. She's from La Piedad, Michoacan. You ever heard of that place?
My cuñado is from there.
Really? That's where my mom was from, bro.
La Piedra. They call it La Piedra.
Yeah. And then my
Yeah.
dad, he was from El Salvador, from a place called Cabañas, which was close to the border with Honduras.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's where my dad was from. So I'm a little bit of pupusa, a little bit of tacos, bro. A little bit of both, bro.
A little bit of both. That's cool though. It's like me. I'm my mom. My mom's dad was Italian
From where?
from Sicily.
Oh, Italiano.
Yeah, my grandpa was Italian and my grandma was Jackie. And I don't know how that shit worked out back in the war. You know how everybody was in Mexico and everything.
Yeah, I've told people this before, actually. A lot of Italians went to Mexico, bro, back in the days.
Oh yeah.
There was a few cities in Michoacan. There were some cities founded by Italians, like Nueva Italia, Lombardia, In Puebla, there's a town called Chipilio where they still speak Italian to
They
this day,
still speak
bro.
Italian. There's a
Yeah.
place in like getting towards Ensenada.
Okay.
There's a place where there's a lot of Russian and Italian.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody asked me if I tried cabañas, pupusa, and Hayward. Nah, I've tried planes de rendero in Hayward. But yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, Mexico, bro. We're mixed with all kinds of shit. You feel me?
That's why they call us Mexicans.
Yeah, yeah. But my homie here, he's really tapping into his indigenous history, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
forgot to
cool.
mention that my mom's family's from Chihuahua in Texas, West Texas. But yeah, I met a lot of indigenous people in Atlanta, New York. Towards the Chicago down that way, you're gonna find more indigenous people coming from Mexico, bro. From the
You have a lot of indigenous people out here, brother. I mean, I bullshit you not. Like was working at Dell, and like straight from Mexico straight to work to the company. They didn't know
Yeah,
what the hell they were doing, and a lot of people are like, even it sucks to say, but Raza were like treating them bad, and I'll be like, man, ask me anything. So like, they'll look at me like, oh, you speak Spanish? I was like, fuck yeah, I speak Spanish. I was like, yeah, I speak Spanish. I was helping out a bunch of people and everything,
right
but
here
I
in
just
Oakland.
left.
In Oakland, where
I,
I'm from, bro, the last 15 years, there's been a lot of Mayas that came here, bro, from Guatemala. And a lot of them don't speak Spanish very well, bro. They speak mostly their Mayan dialect.
the dialect, right?
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
their
their
language,
language. I don't even like to say dialect. It's really a language.
their
You feel
language.
me?
the
Yeah, because
language.
when I was out there on the East Coast in Wisconsin, a lot of indigenous people from Puebla, different places, Mexico, Central America, they still speak their original language. And that was one of the things that I told Jose that a lot of people, like in my family, they don't speak their original language and they don't share anything cultural, as far as the original people of Mexico or Jalisco or Chihuahua. So I was always kind of like sad that my family never kind of,
My
you know what I
my
mean? Like kind of,
grandmother was always speaking Yaqui.
Oh, ya mujer? Ain't that what it's called?
Yeah, ya mujer.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even get into that. I was like, what the? She probably talking shit to me or something. But yeah, I mean, we unfortunately we come over here and we were raised here and everything, and you lose your roots.
yeah.
I
that's why I was
mean,
telling Jose that people's identity revolves around religion or gangs or, I'm from this neighborhood or I'm from associated with this person. That's where people
yeah, yeah,
make their identity. That's what I've seen in the Bay Area and in the Central Valley, LA, where a lot of people do that. You know what I mean? They
What's
bring
up,
their
Don Suave?
identity
What's up? What's
from that.
up?
Shit, how you doing? That's another homie from Oakland. What's
Hey,
up, man?
hey! I had to hop on because I seen Big Mike. You know what I
Big
hey,
mean?
Mike.
what's good?
Big Mike. I'm the one that called you El Chambelan.
El Chambelán, yeah, I was about to tell you, El
Hey,
Chambelán, eh?
hey, hey,
Hey, Big Mike, you gotta admit, last night on Dankin' and Drinking, that shit was lit, bro.
Hey, bro, I don't know. You
it
seen
was
old boy with the sofa?
Yeah,
oh
that
yeah.
motherfucker was a J Cap, bro. That dude
Oh,
Boyle.
oh, Tommy Burgers is his name.
Tommy Burgers, he's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
They did something to that wax
That's
though.
still open, bro.
Hey, 1312 was like, come on, Big Mike was never a Chambelan. Dude,
Shit,
I believe Big Mike was a Chambelan at one point in
I was
time.
a Chambelán. I was
Hey,
all
me and
sorts of
Big
shit
Mike,
going on.
we were roasting each other last night, huh?
Oh yeah.
That shit was hella funny, bro. Bro, some
Oh
of the
man.
shit you like, I'm the type, like, if you make fun of me, if it's good, I'm a fucking laugh at it, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
And once Big Mike jumped on the scene, man, things got a little bit livelier. I gotta admit.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it, brother.
yeah.
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 You can't be what you call it. You can't be just, oh hey, what's up, guys? Hey, come on, can we talk? Fuck no. You gotta be like, hey man, fuck you, fat boy. You're too
Right.
skinny, motherfuckers. No,
Yeah.
Hey,
And
you
you
but
gotta
know,
have a sense of humor.
hey, bro, why they tell me that you robbed the KFC for the mashed potatoes, bro?
Man, why they tell me you put fucking what's that company? What's that shit called again? God damn it.
Which one?
Hometown buffet out of business, fucker. They seen your ass and ran, fat boy.
They didn't let me in, bro. I got banned from that motherfucker for life.
Hey, Big Mike, but you were calling out 1312 for not liking mole though. What's up with that? Hey,
Oh,
Jose,
God,
you like mole?
that motherfucker crazy as fuck. How can you? Oh, I can't fuck with it, man. I just can't do it. Man, you fucking not Mexican, then. You just can't do
Jose,
it. Fuck
Hey,
up.
bro, I'm gonna keep
Jose,
it
you
real
like
though.
mole?
Some mole no me cae bien, bro. Maybe because I'm half Salvadorian.
Yeah. You know what? It's hit or miss sometimes, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hit and miss. But you at least gotta try it.
yeah. No, I've ate mole many times, bro. But I don't know. As soon as I gotten older, it gives me like acid reflex really badly, bro.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you fucking 80-year-old. Oh, it gives me acid reflux. I gotta go drink some Tums.
Yeah, basically. Hey, bro, I got a whole thing of Tums over here, bro.
I
That
told you, fat boy.
shit fucks me up now. Spicy food, bro. As
Nah,
I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
older,
No,
as
but
I get
I appreciate the homie Joaquin's story, man, and I look forward to the topic he's going to talk about veterans and Chicanos. You know, that's a
and
subject that's not
PTSD.
really, and yeah, PTSD. That's the subject that's not really touched upon. You know, so looking
Hey,
forward to
Big
that.
Mike, and Don Suave, because you guys both grew up in the hood. Do you guys feel that a lot of us who grew up in Oakland and LA and Long Beach, Compton, wherever we may have grown up, do you
we got
feel that
that
a lot of us
PTSD
have
like a
it
motherfucker.
like you were
Oh,
that you were
definitely,
then?
definitely.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? When I was growing up, I always felt that I was gonna get shot. That I was, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I always had a feeling that something was gonna happen to me. You know what I mean?
Bro, you ever been at a light in Oakland and when a car comes up to you, you just get this weird feeling, bro?
All the time, man. You
Yeah,
know what I
that
mean? All
happens
the
to me,
time.
bro.
Yeah. No, you know
Yeah.
what? There's studies on that children or people that have grown up in the inner city have PSTD. You know what I mean?
PTSD.
So yeah, PTSD. You know.
Hey, one thing, homie Joaquin be making fun of me, bro, and Don Suave will relate to this one. He said I'm always in a hurry because it always seems like I'm running for Bart. Because I'm always on the run. Hey, don't you always say that I'm always in a hurry?
Oh,
But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, man. You're on the go always, man.
Cause, bro, bro, I was in San Francisco today, all day today, bro, and it's like you gotta fucking run in that fucking town, bro.
Yes. It's like a little mini New York, you know.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
and in Oakland too, bro. Like I was on BART today all day, bro. I didn't want to drive. I don't know, Big Mike. BART is basically like our subway system out here, kind of like the red line you guys have in LA. So I was on
okay.
BART all day, bro. Bro, like you got to run from one BART to the other, and then I caught the Muni. I had to run to get the fucking Muni. You know what Muni is, right? The buses in San
The
Francisco.
buses, the buses in San Francisco.
Yeah, they're called Muni. That's the name of the bus company. In Oakland, they're called AC Transit, but in San Francisco, they're called Muni. And it's like, bro, no wonder I'm always in a fucking hurry because, like, you gotta run to get to everything around here, bro.
You run because you smell the food. Fucker, stop lying.
Yeah, because I'm fat as fuck. Hey,
Hey, big,
bro. Hey, but at least I'm not fat and Saucy's twin, nigga.
No,
hey,
you're not his twin. You're his me, fucker.
hey, Big Mike though. But for real, but how is Memphis though? You know, I mean, I heard Memphis is crazy. I've
Oh,
been
bro.
I've been to New Orleans. And New Orleans was pretty grimy. So is this similar to New Orleans?
No, New Orleans is nice, bro.
Is it? I never been there.
Oh, like the French Quarter and like all that area. You know, I mean,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
nice. I hear Memphis is it's its own monster, brother. It's its own monster. I mean, it's like, fuck, how can I explain it? It's if people don't know you, they're gonna fuck with you.
mm,
If you look like you're an out of towner, you're the victim.
Damn, like
hmm
that.
Like it's really bad. You know what I mean?
So
It ain't
so
even
is it
like that
like
in Oakland.
is it like South Central in Compton?
Fuck no.
It's worse?
Worse.
Huh.
It is worse. I mean, in LA, you're driving, and like you said, Oakland, you're like this, like, oh, is motherfucker gonna get me, or am I gonna get robbed? Over there, you're just looking at who's coming towards you. You better haul ass.
Oh man.
Mississippi, I've been to Mississippi. Mississippi's that shit's like the Twilight Zone.
Really? They got
Mississippi,
the Mississippi Delta out there, right?
yeah, but Mississippi's all flatland, bro.
Oh, okay, probably kind of like the Central Valley.
No, 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 no. I mean, you're walking, and if you're not from there, you get dizzy.
Wow.
Because we're
Mm.
used to seeing like mountains or something like this.
Do you get dizzy because stuff's grande, bro? Nah, I'm fucking with you. Nah, I'm just
I
fucking.
ran down in the biscuits, fucker, I stole from KFC.
Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro.
No, but it's just now that I left California and I seen a bunch of places, and it's like, oh wow, so this shit really happens out here. I mean, you have fucking pimps out here. You still have like those old school pimps out here.
Mm.
Oh, like the ones you used to see in Oakland back in the days with the Cadillacs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like, fuck, are you serious? Parts of Tennessee, you still have they play. It's called Watertown, and I was driving. We were driving because we are gonna go to some lake.
Yeah.
We to town to put gas, and the lady looked at me. She's like, "I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but hurry up and put gas because there's a lot of racist folks out here." And I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "All right, give me some gas. I'm gone."
Mm. Yeah, that's right. In the South, you have to deal with a lot more racism, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Big Mike, are there a lot of simps out there? Not pimps, but simps.
there's a lot of Simpson motherfuckers out here.
Cause I got a problem with simps, bro. I don't really have a problem with some pimps. I don't like pimps who fucking pimp out underage girls though. That shit, I don't like that shit, bro.
Memphis, brother.
Really? Yeah, they be doing that
Go back
shit in
to,
Oakland too, bro. That shit's
no,
all
no.
bad,
Let's
bro.
go. Let's go back to Memphis. Memphis has of kidnapping younger girls and trafficking them. They're number one in the United.
Wow,
Oh man.
It's horrible. I'm telling you, brother, it's horrible.
Wow.
that shit sounds worse than Oakland.
Yeah. How long you been out there, Big Mike?
I've been out here. Well, I just came back. I've been over here already almost like 5, 6 months.
Okay. Yeah.
But
So
I got like kind of homesick, and I went back home and shit. I was like, oh man, I can't deal with this.
Somebody asked, is
yeah.
it still segregated out there in Tennessee?
No, no, it's
Not
not.
like
It's
it used to be.
no, it's not like it used to be. I guess back in the day, but now it's no everything's. You have a bunch of cultures now.
Oh, that's cool. Now I got a question for you, bro, because you a big dude like me. How's the food in Tennessee, bro?
I'm fucking starving, bro.
Oh, I know they're big in barbecue, right? Over there.
Yeah, the barbecue.
That's right. Yeah.
Barbecue is bomb as fuck. Now, if you want to go eat some Hispanic food or something like that, it's not the same. The spices are way different.
Oh,
Mm.
really?
Only thing
There's
I like
probably,
out here
there's probably hella waffle houses out there, huh?
is a shitload of
Oh,
waffles.
Yeah. So
Like,
what? You like grits and collard greens and shit like that?
I'll be eating that. That's good.
Yeah.
I
Gotta
have,
try.
I have a partner at work that brings me food.
But
My homie, he bring me cornbread. When he barbecues on the weekends, he takes me. I was like, damn.
mm.
this food sounds
You know,
like a soul food movie.
I,
Yeah,
I, I have a question for Joaquin. When did you start reconnecting with your indigenous?
I'll be right back. You guys can talk.
Yeah.
Good question. So, the interest started when I was in elementary. because the library and the library at school, the county and the city library, had indigenous books section tucked into the back of the library. And so I would look through the books. There was the Greek mythology, and then there was the American Indian mythology, and I loved the pictures.
Okay.
And I was like so intrigued just by the pictures. But when I was 17 years old, I was coming back from living in the Midwest with my family, and I came back to California, and I had met an indigenous person, a woman, a girl in high school out there in Wisconsin.
Now I can take a piss.
When I came back to the Central Valley, my younger brother and a bunch of at-risk youth that were in gangs and drugs were in a program called the Real Project, Círculo de Hombres. So they brought me in there as an intervention in a circle after school, and they were like, this brother's got anger issues. He's disrespecting his family. We need to talk to him. And they acknowledged the 4 directions. Everybody had a T-shirt and an indigenous medallion that they wore with pride. And they looked just like us. And the indigenous people from Mexico and El Salvador were ashamed, ridiculed. Their phenotype was indigenous, like Mayan, Mexica, Aztec, however you want to call it. But they would wear Virgin Mary and Jesus on a cross and Jesus crying. And, they wouldn't wear anything indigenous. They took on the personality of African Americans or the personality of white people or the personality of being colonized, anything but indigenous. So we did the complete opposite. We owned it. We did a mural at my school. We wore T-shirts, built necklaces, went to trips, and I fell in love and reconnected at 17, 18 years old to being indigenous at that point in time because it was an after-school program.
Nice.
Right. They did activities, and then they had norteños and pachucos and people that were in prison come and quarterback, along with paisanos and intellectuals, that program. So there was curriculum, there was trips, there was mask making, bead making, name giving. They fed us the Mexica identity. And they talked about other things from Mexico that sparked my interest to go into the community college in the Bay Area and San Francisco State University and learn about the Chichimecas and learn about the Mayans and learn about all these other tribes. And then I was like, damn, we're not from Spain. Damn, Spanish isn't our language. Damn, Catholicism or Christianity, Mormon,
My bad. I'm not
Jehovah's
laughing
Witness,
at
none of
you guys.
that
Sorry.
is for us. You know what I mean? So from that point on, I was like, they hate us because we have indigenous blood. They've always hated us because we've had either 1% or 100% or 50%. That's why we're hated. If you look at us and you look at other indigenous people, we could pass for Yokut. We could pass for Ohlone. We could pass for Cherokee. We could pass for all those other cultures, Colombian, Salvadorian, Puerto Rican. We look like them and they look like us. We're the same people.
Right. Right.
Hey, Big Mike, my homie from Oakland say you look like your name's dipped in sausage.
Mother got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Keep on my bad, bro.
It's good what you're saying, brother. But like, all right, we're I love the Aztecs and all that. I read about it, but when I used to go to Mexico, my own people, no eres mexicano. Tú no eres mexicano. No digas que eres mexicano. You're a fucking pocho right away. That's the first thing you hear when you're young.
What is el norte? I would hear that a lot too.
Or there's del otro lado and shit like that.
Yeah.
And growing up, I was like, man, so that's where we lose who we are when we're in the States. Because you don't know what to do. You're doing this right, or when you go over there, no, that's wrong. I mean, I talked to like a bunch of my uncles and everything, and they be like, no, tú eres mexicano, so what's this pocho shit about? I speak Spanish good. I mean, es que naciste allá, mijo.
It's crazy because we were just having this conversation earlier with Joaquin, right? Where you said we're too brown for the white man and we're too white for the brown man.
We're like the fucking India Maria, ni de aquí ni de allá.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me answer it. Let me answer it for you, Big Mike. So the validation that you're expecting from your community and your family is never going to be there because they never were validated themselves. You see, the issue that you're dealing with is the contradiction of actions, the oppression Olympics. The first people that are going to oppress you is your family because they have access to you. Your community has access to you. So if you don't speak Spanish, therefore you cannot be Mexican. My response to people that tell me that is that's an Iberian Peninsula language from Spain.
Mhm.
The indigenous people in Mexico were forced to speak that. But if you get into tussles or discussions or debates with people that are not on your level or that are ignorant, you're talking to the wall. You're talking to a rock because they're going to stand their ground on their belief. They're not going to hear you out or bend. And you can't win with people that are ignorant or willfully ignorant, blind, and naive. So therefore, if you don't love yourself or know who you are, where your people are from, you don't know how to move forward. So the worst thing you could be in Mexico and El Salvador is indigenous. You can be anything you want except indigenous. In order for Mexico, Salvador, or the United States to exist, the indigenous people have to be oppressed, just like the Africans, right, that are also in these places. So we do not have an identity. Our identities are picking and chosen for us, and they're made through religion or gangs. Your neighborhood. I'm from Oakland. I'm from East Oakland. I'm from the 30s. I'm a norteño. I'm this. I'm a paisa. I'm from over here.
I'm a border
People
brother.
start to create identities. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes any sense. So for you, maybe where you're at in the South or out there in the Midwest, white people look at you as the indigenous uh, insurrection of the ghosts of the indigenous people that lived in those lands, right? But
You
to
know what?
you,
It's true, brother. Because
yeah,
I mean, I was with a bunch of white folks, and like, and right away you hear that racism.
Mhm.
Me being funny as fuck, I get back at them and I hurt their feelings.
Hey,
mhm.
that motherfucker is funny though, bro. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
Mike, you know what? Mike's got a mouthpiece on him. The dude's got
Yeah.
charisma.
Yeah.
He's got
I think that's why me and Mike
he's
get along because I'm a fat motherfucker with a mouthpiece too. From East Oakland.
he's got a slick tongue. The thing with Mike, he's got a real slick little tongue. You know what I mean? He's just a spark plug. He'll fire back. You know what I mean?
oh hell yeah. Everybody says like you got anger
Bubbly
issues.
dude.
Anger
You're
issues.
fluffy, homie.
Yeah.
I was molded to like to love myself the way I am.
Yeah, same here,
I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
bro.
I'm molded.
fluffy.
Motherfucker, you not molded. Somebody just threw you away.
Hey, Big Mike, peep game, bro. I'm fat and I was born with a cleft lip. That's why my nose looks like this, bro. And I used to get rejected by women, but I had to learn to love myself and accept who I was. And then
That,
everything changed for me, bro.
There you
Once
go.
I realized that, bro.
hey, you
But
know what? I'm glad you said that because the Mexican culture, like 95% of us don't love you. They don't love you. Don't love yourself.
Mhm.
yeah,
You're pretending to be somebody you're not.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why that's why I tell everybody, yeah, you see this face and shit. I'm smiling, but I go home and I take this bitch off, and it's something else.
yeah,
Mm.
I
Mm.
feel you.
Yeah.
Something else. And
Hey,
now
what?
that I got older, I was like, man, fuck this fucking mask. I'm gonna be myself the whole time. Why am I hiding myself from these people? Why do I gotta prove myself to these people? I gotta prove that shit to myself. These
Exactly.
people,
You can't seek other people's validation. You feel me?
but that's what we're looking for.
Yeah. For the
Acceptance.
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 Yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
Understanding. The thing that Big Mike, this is what you're looking for. Because I've lived in the Midwest and in the South. You're looking for visibility. You're looking for empowerment, to be empowered, to be
And that nigga's
visible,
looking
to
for a
be heard.
burger. My bad,
I
bro.
do. Hey, homie's looking for a bucket of
Looking for a
KFC.
real
Oh,
authentic Mexican place, brother.
My bad.
I'm looking for the
Oh
real
man.
authentic.
Oh man. Jose, you
Hey, bro.
wrong for
Hey,
that.
I'm
Big
looking
Mike,
for
I
my
love
rent
you,
to get
bro.
paid.
Even though I just met you, bro, it's all love, bro.
I'm looking for Section 8 housing and a chick with some welfare stamps and shit.
No, you know what? I pushed you not. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. That was my mentality back then. I said, I'm gonna find me a good bitch that has some Section 8 as a 93rd. This bitch got ETT.
Oh,
And that was my goals. I'm being honest with you guys. That was that.
yeah.
Why? Because I used to see that from my brothers.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Joaquin,
yeah, I see that all the time, bro.
I got a question for you, man. So, my family is from Durango and Zacatecas, and I went to Zacatecas about the last time I went. I think it was like 10 years ago, and they have indigenous people that still live in Zacatecas. And then my grandmother, okay, this tripped me out. So my grandmother was like, "Oh yeah, the Huichones, they're gonna come down here and start selling their goods and whatnot." So she was referring them to them in a derogatory kind of way, and to my horror. And here, for the most part, I could say that most Latinos, we revere our indigenous communities, but there not so much, right? So I
Yeah.
was like, I was shocked, man, to hear that. You know what I mean?
That's
Uh,
a
you
They
know,
say son indios, you know what I mean?
yeah, right. So that was crazy. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it's my grandmother. I couldn't really, check her. You know what I'm saying? But I was horrified, man.
I used to check my tias, man. I didn't give a
Yeah,
fuck. I was like,
yeah, yeah,
tú no hablas en español bien. I was like, man, you speak English? No, cabrón. Be like,
yeah,
yeah, kick back then. I speak 2 languages. They get more money.
yeah. But
Yeah.
but 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 just to see that they're still referring to the indigenous communities in a derogatory way, where here, I mean, we look so highly at our indigenous communities. It was just kind of something different for me to see.
And it sucks to
Well,
say, brother, but the Mexican community, we're not united. Because I see other fucking like Puerto Ricans, Colombians, people from Venezuela, and they're real close.
Yeah.
Mm,
We Mexican people are, I think we're selfish as fuck. Because
let me.
You see a Mexican right away, you're like, oh man, fuck this fool. That's your mentality. And
mm,
it's to say that we're not united as we should be.
mm,
So,
Yeah.
Big Mike, here's the thing, and Don Suave, here's the thing. Here's the piece of gold I'm going to give you guys. You can never expect or have a high expectation to people that you don't know, because the people that you know actually break your heart when they let you down. So people
hmm
that don't know are obviously not going to go out of their way to give a fuck or care about you. The same thing in Mexico. In order for Mexico to exist, you have to have the indigenous people oppressed. So for those
mm,
people that speak Spanish and that are Catholic, that goes against the ideology of rituals and customs that the indigenous people have.
hmm
In America, people who have an identity or identity crisis or have love and compassion for the indigenous people is because they like certain things or they can identify with certain things that indigenous people do. But when you're using the colonial terms or colonial term of Hispanic, Latino, you're sanitizing, churching up, or cleaning up, distancing yourself from those indigenous people. I was telling Jose
hmm
today, I was at an indigenous ceremony that I got invited by the Miwok people out there in Shingle Springs, and there was some black people there, there was some white people there, and I was crying, bro. I was watching them dance, I was watching them sing, we ate together, and I was busting tears down my eyes, bro, like hard. And I was thinking, man, I just lost a homie who got killed in Salinas. My aunt just died of COVID in Mexico.
You heard about
mm.
that cop
I
that
got
got killed in Salinas, Don Suave?
Uh, no, I didn't.
That was his
okay.
homie, bro.
That was my
Oh,
homie, and yeah,
oh,
had an
damn.
issue with
Sorry
the
to hear,
fender
man.
bender. Yeah, the other day, I was dealing with PTSD nightmares. I was going through some things, right? Getting back into the dating scene, and I was dating Salvadorian and Mexican women that are indigenous on the outside, but in the inside, they have no
Knowledge.
knowledge, language, songs, nothing from scratch. Yet everybody treats them like shit because of the way their outside is.
Yeah.
White people, people on the bay, people on the school, oppress them. And I was like, damn, they're feeling the same way and rage and anger that I am. And I offered them, let's go to the mountains hiking. I took some of them out there to Del Puerto Mountain behind Livermore, behind East San Jose. And they're hurting. And they're seeking education and they're going through all this stuff. And they're beautiful women. Their outside looks amazing, right? But on the inside, they don't have an outlet to be heard. They don't have an outlet to seek knowledge, to be given the help up. Well, that's the same thing that Big Mike, that a lot of us go through, is we don't have that. Our parents come here to work from wherever country they're at. We're here working. And sometimes drinking beer and listening to corridos isn't going to fix our problems because we want to be heard. So to me, the medicine of a círculo or going to an indigenous powwow or gathering, it gives me visibility. I can talk to you. I can eat with you. I can sing, I can dance and let it out instead of drinking beer and listening to corridos. And that's the problem with a lot of us. We don't have an outlet that's positive. We have negative enforcements, toxic environments, and bad habits.
That's real right there.
So we start to splurge on food. Food becomes an addiction.
Right.
Hey, don't make fun of food, bro. I love that motherfucker. Oh, my
Hey, you hitting Big Mike soft spot right there, bro.
Motherfucker hit a nerve and shit like
Hey, Big Mike, I got a question though, bro, because you're a big dude like me, bro. I guarantee you, once you found that self-love you were talking about, I bet you your dating a scene probably fucking changed like that, huh? It probably made you more confident.
I'm married.
Yeah, but I'm talking about even before you got married. I bet you were fucking probably plowing hella women, bro.
Man, I was a hoe.
That's what I'm saying. I went through the same shit, bro. Once I found that inner love, bro, it was like
I didn't have no inner love yet. I was just fucking.
Yeah, I was just fucking all them girls out there, brother. I could.
Hey, Big Mike, how many kids you got?
I don't got none, brother.
Me either, bro. See, that's the thing. I ain't even got no kids, and I messed around.
I got that quick pull-out game, bro. I'm cool.
Oh, Big Mike.
Hey, Big Mike.
So much information.
Even a fat motherfucker like me, I even had 2 girlfriends at the same time, dating each other.
No, the reason I didn't want to have kids young, I was scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was scared because I was like, if I have a kid right now, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah. I'm just saying the same thing, bro. I felt like if I can't even barely support myself, especially in this fucking expensive economy in the Bay Area, how the fuck am I going to support a kid? You know what I mean?
Right.
It made me scared. And we talked about that before.
That was my mentality because I seen my cousins and shit, and they fucked up everything for them. They couldn't do nothing they wanted to do.
I heard Shortcut got 20 kids though. That's my
and I just like, you know what? Until I'm ready to have kids, I'll have them. Even if I'm old, I'm gonna have kids, but I know I can give them something. Because the struggle is real. Growing up, you know, I grew up with it was 7 of us. You know, my mom was always working, my pop was always working.
22.
And God bless their soul, they always made a little bit of time for us.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like it was enough time. And me moving from California on my own, because I don't know I'll be honest with you, I don't know nobody in Tennessee. I don't know. I don't have family out here. I'm all by myself.
Yeah.
My wife's gone right now. She's been gone for I'm saying about 4 months already.
Okay.
Her son just passed away from COVID.
Oh, and, man, sorry to hear, bro.
So she's going through it.
Yeah.
Her emotions are up and down. So I'm giving her that space.
Yeah.
She have her own space and everything.
I want to introduce you guys to my homie from South Central LA. He just joined us on the live.
Saludos.
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Buenas noches. I'm a
It's
little
it's
late to
it's
the live.
What's up? But what?
I'm getting to know myself better without having family out here. I'm getting to know myself a little bit better.
Yeah. But
I,
Joaquin, that really stuck out with me what you said about we don't have enough positive outlets to release tension and things like corridos and drinking and things of that nature isn't going to do it. We need more positive outlets
you
to
need
do
more
so.
cumbia too.
You know, so that really
You know,
stuck with me.
I'm gonna give you another one. I'm gonna give you another one as an analytic. We don't have the strategies to conduct ourselves in a better way than we have. Like, for example, breathing exercises.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
looking yourself in the mirror and saying, "Hey, I'm beautiful. I love myself." All we ever, all we ever get is "Estás pendejo, estás bien güey, qué onda puto," right? And in the Mexica culture, when you refer to somebody as güey tonali, I mean great speaker. Güey transformed into an ox, transformed into a mule, transformed into a jackass, transformed into a dumbass. From being great to not being so great. So we
That's the
accept put
Spanish
downs.
DNA, man.
But here's the other thing, ghettomorphosis, that I want to say. When you're living in a very toxic environment with alcohol, with gang members, with hoes, with molestation at the Catholic Church or in your family, abandonment, neglect, abuse, you harbor, accept, and replicate that treatment. My mom, being from Texas, in Chihuahua, she would want us to get switches from the tree. What that means is a tree branch. And
Oh
she would
hell
hit you with a
yeah,
tree
bro! I
branch.
went
Oh
through that
man.
shit too, bro.
Mhm.
Old school, old school.
Yep.
So I Googled that kind of treatment and said back in the indigenous days, this is before the African slaves, the indigenous people were whipped into submission with whips to work the gold and silver mines. No other
Uh-huh.
culture outside of indigenous black or brown people get treated in such a hard manner. You'll
Mm.
talk to Asian, you'll talk to Arabic, you'll talk to people from India, European, and American. Oh, my parents don't spank me. You'll go to a store and they'll be like, "What do you want today, Levi?" "Oh, I want to eat a hot dog." "Okay, we'll get you a hot dog, and then later we'll go and get with Nancy, we'll get an ice cream, and we'll take
Hell
you out to
yeah,
the
I used to
park.
get
They
beef steaks before
talk,
too. That shit
they
was no
talk
joke.
Yeah.
with
That's
a
that
Yeah.
Rasa
DNA.
parent. With the Rasa parent, it'll be like, "Amá, tengo hambre." "Pues espérate, cabrón. Ya en una hora voy a tener la comida, o si quieres comer, comes, o si no comes, come mierda."
And I
So
know
the
Big
That's
Mike
right.
got that one a lot.
Nah, bro.
treatment and the way
What I heard growing up was fucking. Tienes manitas, tienes patitas, ponte a cocinar tú solo.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Or nah, the notorious one was, ¿Por qué estás llorando? Te voy a dar algo para llorar, cabrón.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
man.
the way we come to terms with certain things is on a negative reinforcement. So then we seek validation, negative reinforcement, doing negative things for attention. The other thing too is that if you're in the sun, salte del sol, cabrón, te estás haciendo prieto. You know, get out of the sun. You're getting too dark. Come over here, right?
Pimping.
Or andas comiendo mucho or whatever. You start having your parents and your family and your community
Become the oppressors.
become very oppressive, become
Yeah.
very
Yep.
aggressive and negative towards you. So all you ever see is just that. All you ever believe in it is just that. But when it comes to being heard, therapy, negotiating culture, it's very non-existent.
Mm.
And that's what I told the indigenous people today. I said, you guys talk about your boarding schools, and I'm not taking anything away from that. But how would you feel if your own family was doing that? So whenever you talk about Mexicans or Mexica or Southern natives or Salvadorians, we're going through that to this day, where our
Mm.
own family, our own community makes sure that the
You
indigenous,
put your ass down.
you know, I heard this indigenous woman. She's from Mexico. I think she was from Puebla or somewhere out there. She went to Mexican New Year in San Jose. So shout out to Big San Jose. And she was saying that the government's policy in the 1930s in Mexico was we cannot have any indigenous naked savages dancing around the fire out in the open. We can't have them celebrate, speak the language, or doing what they do. So in other words, we can never be ourselves. So what I came to understand was two things. If you're around white people, you start to try to be like them. If you're around black people, you try to be like them. But when you're around raza or indigenous people, you don't really want to be indigenous. So I just embraced the whole indigenous and said, I'm just going to rock like this at school everywhere I go, whether people like it or not. This is what it is. Mm-hmm. Because I should be proud of who my roots are, whether it's 1%, 50%, or 100%. And I think that's a concept that we haven't been able to accept in its entirety. And I'm not taking anything away from any other cultures that we might be a part of. But for me, I didn't grow up Jewish. I didn't grow up Arabic. I didn't grow up Moorish. I didn't grow up African. I didn't grow up Asian. I have beans and rice and frijoles. Yeah, I grew up poor. I got fucking beans and rice and frijoles in my house, which are indigenous. I grew up, around raza that was straight from Mexico, that was indigenous as hell, eating nopales. And the people that embraced me
eating crickets too.
Yeah, the
crickets and larvae. You're talking about worms too. The little So
yeah.
And the fungus corn, what's it called? Huitlacoche?
Huitlacoche.
Crickets, bro. The crickets are bomb with lemon and salt and stuff.
The chapulines.
So for myself was once I denounced and rebuked the Catholic faith and the European faiths and told indigenous people, this is what it is. For the most part, most of those people embrace me. They show me love. When I go to their spaces, bro, and they show me love, bro, it's an awkward feeling accepted. And I see they look just like us, bro. Mm-hmm. Like you'll see some of them and they're like, damn, that looks like a Chicano girl.
Yeah.
With the hoop earrings and the hair, like, damn, that looks like a homegirl from my hood, where I grew up in the Central Valley, or somebody out here in the Bay Area when school was like, they look just like us. We look like them. They call us condor people. We call them the eagles, the eagle and the condor together. If we can have the concept of working with each other past neighborhood, past our own politics, maybe we could make some more leeway in moving forward in California, fifth largest economy, during gentrification, police incarceration, deportation, suicide rates, drug rate, homelessness, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So I think that the time is now to wake up.
Yeah.
So what's up?
I don't know what you said, man, but you touched my heart.
I have a little something to touch on. So basically, what Big Mike said earlier before I had jumped on, he said that us as Chicanos and as raza, we usually tend to put each other down, But there's an analogy that a lot of people like to use is like, crabs in a bucket pull you down. I don't know if you heard about that one. Yeah. So the whole full story of that analogy, if you look at crabs, all right, so when it's time to eat, they usually pile up on top of each other so that the crab that's at the very top can eat. Once that crab is done eating, it goes all the way to the bottom and then pushes the next crab up so then it can continue that cycle, right?
Yeah.
So in that means that these crabs are in their natural habitat and they're in a state of mind and helping each other, right? So us as raza, we're in a condition and we find ourselves in a state of mind of constant survival, of constant competitiveness, of constant, oh, I'm better than you, or because I have this. It's a constant rivalry because of how we live our lives, because of where we work, how we think, how we treat other people, what we do on Instagram, what we do on YouTube. Everything we've doing and we're working on is distracting us from returning to our natural environment. That's just what it is. Now, if we return back to our original environment, giving back, and there's abundance and this and that, being nice to one another, to each other, despite what we look like and what we practice, it's just going to be normal and secondhand. It's going to be a habit to just be giving. But right now, everyone is in a habit of me, my, me, and I, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we can talk about what we need to do is we need to start practicing on being more givers, and we need to stop practicing being very competitive, which is very difficult, especially if you have kids, and you've been working for 30, 40 years. How are you going to break down 30, 40 years of habits? That's not going to happen overnight,
Exactly.
and you need to practice these things every single day, just like you've been practicing bad habits. Just like we find ourselves in the state of consciousness now, the way we are, it's because we're not practicing those things that go against the things we are practicing every day. And again, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can't make a lot of raza people drink. Not everyone's gonna wake up at the same time. That's just inevitable. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, you're leaving two things out, metamorphosis. I just want to interject real quick.
Okay.
People aren't taught these things. You're expecting somebody who hasn't been taught this to know it and learn it and apply it. That's
true, but everyone has a phone and everyone has somewhat of common sense now. Honestly, common sense is it's getting there. It should have been there like 50 years ago. But common sense, I'm starting to think it's like people are starting to be more questionable and asking a little more questions than they did, as opposed to 20 years ago. So that's no excuse. Everyone has a cell phone or has access to some type of that, and they can seek. I do understand that people don't have that that direct contact with people who are already in that healing process, but that's still no excuse. Again, you can't lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So it has to be up to us as raza, as an individual, to change and make that change, and to see that we need that change in that healing. And we have a lot of people that are in that constant state, like, oh, I don't have a group. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't know this. I don't know that. That we can't help those people unless they come and find us. There's a whole group of people that are lost. They'll eventually find their way to the right path. We have to focus on what is progress and what is actually working, because believe it or not, and whether you like it or not, a lot of people are going to get left behind. And we can't focus on that. We have to focus on progress.
The other thing that I want to interject and say is that a lot of people don't like to be told what to do, don't like to seek, don't like to get advice.
That's not true. Humans love to be told what to do.
Let me just finish the thought here. And so if you're not taught, if you're not seeking, if you're about comfort and convenience, and you're in your tribe of tribalism, of your belief system, whatever it might be, the definition of an insanity is to do the same thing over and over. So if you're thriving
expect different results. Yeah.
Right. If you're thriving on negativity, if you're out there drinking, listening to corridos, whatever you do, that's your life. When something comes out different and so foreign, you're not going to be readily acceptable when, hey, my grandma's drinking a beer. My dad's right here in the front yard kicking a 30-pack, and he just got tired from out of work. It's legal. How do you expect me not to smoke weed or drink or go out here and kick with my people in my neighborhood where I'm from, where I'm raised? You're telling me to do something else? You're crazy. They love like me.
Ignorance.
Ignorance is a bliss.
Yeah.
And let's see if Jose picks up this quote. You want me to give this up? Fuck no, man. They love me and I love them back, man. That's the way it is. Yeah. So that whole thing with Rico Suave, it's like that whole quote is that this is me. I'm not going to give it up. Either you take me as is, all damaged and greasy faced, all messed up, or don't take me at all. And that's the way.
That's what. Stop talking about Oakland like that. His greasy ass face.
Hey, Big Mike, This is basically more or less what my channel is about, bro. About Raza speaking about our issues, bro, and
You
having
know,
dialogues, bro. That's more or less what I'm about, bro. Like that, you could have kind of an understanding what my channel's about, bro.
I already knew what the fuck I was getting into, fucker. You don't gotta tell me, Senor.
Orale. Hey, if you
Look
didn't,
here,
hey,
fucking
I
pinky.
know you were at Burger King, bro, but I just want to let you know.
Hey, I
You
got a
know
question.
you were a fucking fat burger, fucker.
Hey, I
Hey,
got a
bro.
question.
Hey, I heard you didn't go to White Castle because the burgers are too small, motherfucker.
I need
that's
me some
fucked
shit.
up.
Yeah, no, I want to go. I want to go to Compton, bro. I want to go eat me some condensed. No, some fucking chili cheese fries from Louis Burgers, dog.
Maybe
Damn.
Ghetto Morphosis knows that place. What's it called again?
Louis Burgers, right there
You
in
know Louis
Compton.
Burgers?
Maybe I've been to a couple spots
Because
over
he's from
there.
LA, bro. He's the one from South Central.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Big Mike, he's from Long Beach. You're from Long Beach, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
LBC. That's what's up. I got
from
some
Longas. What's
homie.
up,
I got
Ron
some homies
Garcia?
from Longas. Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what,
I
bro?
got.
I've never been to Long Beach, bro. And I've heard a lot of people tell me it's a lot like Oakland, bro. It's like a port town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been to
The
LA, but
harbor.
I've never been to Long Beach, bro. I've been to hella parts of LA except Long Beach. I've been to San Fernando Valle. I've been to East LA. I've been to Echo Park. I had family in Echo Park and in MacArthur Park, bro. I've been to South Central, Compton, Watts. Hey, bro, South Central, that shit reminded me of Deep East Oakland, bro.
Yeah. South Central is fucking wild, bro. I love
South
it. I
Central's another animal.
Hey, bro, that's kind of what Oakland's like, bro. Like South Central or Watts, bro. Big Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for Jose and Big Mike to touch on what Joaquin was talking about all the negative conditioning that we had. Do you guys work on your mental health at all?
Sometimes a little bit. A little
How
bit.
about
Not,
you?
not,
How about
not as much as I should, but a little bit.
how about you, Big Mike?
I started working on myself probably like a year ago.
What do you do?
On my men, like that PTSD is crazy, bro. I had to get. I was like a fucking caged dog.
It,
And
it,
when I came out, you feel fucking like you just want to go fucking fuck somebody up. You mean right away?
it
Hmm.
don't
But
stop.
I had to
Yeah.
learn. I had to learn for myself. I had to learn like now I take walks.
Yeah.
I now right here in Tennessee, I'll go to like the river, and I hear just the water like clapping, and it calms me down. And then even and when I was working in California, I was always like a pit bull. Somebody say something, I'll fucking just start going at it. Like, man,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
and now you
Oh
have
shit.
to. I have to learn how to control that. I can't always be like because there's
Yeah.
other people. I mean, right away I came out here. I was like, oh, you're a gangbanger.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So so we already have that look of. They already have their mentality put that we're gonna fuck something up.
Right. Right. Yeah. No. That I mean, that's a big issue with Rasa is that the mental health issues that we don't work on with all the negative conditioning
Yeah, and
and
Joaquin talks about that a lot
yeah.
because he's a psychology major, so we talk
Man,
about that a lot, bro.
I
Yeah.
had to. What was it? 6 months ago, I didn't even know what the fuck was anxiety, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean,
get
just
that anxiety sometimes
right.
myself.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
and growing up in the hood, we get a lot of anxiety and depression too. So
Yeah.
oh
I
yeah,
mean, yeah. So we got to be able to
Hey,
address that.
hey, Don Suave, you know what helped me out a couple of years ago, and it really cleared my fucking mind. I just happened to go up to Humboldt County. Have you been up to Humboldt before, up north?
No, I haven't.
I took a trip up there because through music, because I'm a musician, bro.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
went out there through music, and I went to this place called the Avenue of the Giants. That's where the big ass redwood forest is, bro.
That's
And
right.
I went
Okay.
into the forest, bro, and I just sat there for an hour meditating, bro. Oh my god, bro! I felt so beautiful when I came out of there. The smell of the forest, the trees, bro. It was like almost like a spiritual feeling, bro. And I don't want to sound like some esoteric hippie, but
Yeah.
it really did feel like that, bro. And it really, I came out with like just really calmado, bro.
Hey,
Right.
I'm not even lying to you, brother. Out
I'm
here,
gonna I'm gonna be that esoteric hippie, and I'm gonna tell you that you should feel at that very moment the way you felt there. You should feel like that everywhere you go.
Yeah, yeah,
and
You
I was
should feel
about
like
to
that
say,
everywhere you
say
go.
that, brother, because out here, my front yard, I don't have, I mean, growing up in LA, I never knew what the fuck a deer looked like. I mean, I seen that shit in fucking books.
yeah,
Like I seen fucking dinosaurs. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I wake up in the mornings and there's like 4 or 5 deers outside my pad, bro. It is crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
People like everybody around me, like, why are you smiling? I was like, man, because this brings peace to me. I'm seeing fucking deer outside my fucking pad,
Nice.
and
yeah.
and people be like, oh, we know you're not from out here. I was like, nah,
Hey, you didn't eat that deer, did you?
it wasn't deer season, fucker.
They're tasty. Venison,
And I was fucking with you.
Last
venison
year was my
jerky.
first. Last year was the first time I killed a deer.
Oh, really?
Oh, dang.
I
Dang.
killed a deer, but the guy I was with, he goes, make sure you kill it for food, not for play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
And I was like, no, bro. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it so I can feast on this. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, because a lot of guys out here just kill them and leave them.
yeah. That's fucked up.
You know what I mean? And but this guy was like, no, he was like showing me game. You know what? I brought you out here with me, Mike, so I can show you we're killing. I know we're killing something that's alive, but it's to nurture us. Not just for fun, for fucking laughs and giggles. This animal gave his life to us, so we can eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He knew what to eat, what not to eat, so he can have all that nutrients, so we can enjoy that.
Huh. Yeah.
And
Hey,
and that
it. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
that's what made me. That's where the humble me came out.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit made me more humble. I now respect everything, even these fucking squirrels that wake me up in the fucking middle of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something different.
Yeah.
What? Wait, bro. I don't even kill spiders anymore. Neta. I like pick them up and put them outside.
Oh,
That's that.
daddy long legs, I do that shit. Fuck a
That's
Black
how.
Widow. I
That's how
kill that
Hey,
bitch
humble
in a
I am.
heartbeat.
hey, is it true that some Native American tribes used to ask for forgiveness from the animal after they killed it?
Yeah, yeah,
I've
they
heard
do.
about that.
Till this
You
day, they
know,
do that.
when I don't know if you guys remember the movie The Last of the Mohicans, old school.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
seen it
yeah.
many
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, there was
Nah, I
a
haven't seen
scene.
that.
You need to see it. It's a cool movie. There's a scene right there. I think Wes Duty comes out on it. He's I believe Cherokee. There's a part where they're chasing a deer. They're hunting a deer, and they shoot the deer with the musket. Boom! And as they go up to the animal, they're doing a prayer like, "Hey, thank you, brother, for the good fight that you put. We
Yeah, yeah,
apologize to you and your family, but we need you so we could feed ourselves and our family and consume." Because they had the understanding, the foresight, that animal had a family too and had children
Hmm.
and was a living, breathing, spiritual being, a four-legged, just like the winged. Everything was alive. Everything mattered. In this society, it's nitpicking. It's the oppression Olympics, or only certain people matter, or only certain genders matter, or only certain qualifications as a human being of your legal residence matter. But everybody else doesn't matter. And that's what I've seen in the Bay Area and in California, where people are excluded when it's a political campaign or when it's convenient, people are included. But in the Native Americans, everybody was in a circle. The only time in the hood you see a circle is when people are fighting or they're passing a hot joint or they're drinking. When it's a negative circle, like
yeah.
gang rape. So there's
And it's just the same. You have a good fucking point. Because when you see Raza na bolita, you're right. It's a party. You're smoking some weed, and it sucks to say, or when somebody passes away.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
so I start to see the delusion on both aspects, but I want to include another aspect, another key point here. The other key point that I wanted to share with you guys is that I felt my spirit, my mind, and my heart. I had a hole, like a gaping hole. I fill it with alcohol, drugs, sex, violence, clothing, everything, jewelry, and I felt empty because I was spiritually bankrupt. I didn't have a spiritual identity, right? I wasn't connected to Mother Earth. I wasn't connected to the indigenous ancestors. The minute I started to apply that, I felt like this balance and calmness happened.
I mean,
Right?
that's what they don't want you to be. I mean, why do you think we have so many TV, so many advertisements, so much fucking sugar in the food? Everyone
Oh,
wants
that's
fast
right.
food. Everyone wants
Hmm.
instant internet. Everyone wants instant
Especially Big
coffee,
Mike. You want that
instant
fast food.
food, instant entertainment,
You're
instant
on, Big Mike,
comedy.
man.
You know, like
Yeah, sopa. I want an instant sopa.
Yeah, I want to.
Machacado.
Yeah, let's put
everyone
it like this. Let's put it like this. You know what I mean,
everyone's running on cortisol. Their cortisol
every
levels are
every
high.
everything
Yeah,
everything
yeah, no,
everything now
yeah.
these
That's a
days.
good point.
Everything these days, you get a bag of anything you start reading. 95% of the fucking shit you're reading it says it causes cancer.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. No
You know
yeah,
what I
lie.
mean?
It's
that's
true.
right. Yeah.
Hey,
It
look
says
it
it
up.
causes
You
cancer.
get colon
Now,
cancer, bro.
now, what? Because I was in I lived in San Diego. I had a Indian friend. He's from Viejas. That's a big
What?
Viejas, and
Indian, like from India or like a
yeah,
Native American?
no, Native American,
Oh, Native American. Okay.
and back then I was a fucking stoner. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, fool, we gonna get caught. He's like, no, in my land we can smoke this. We can smoke whatever we want. The government actually can't step foot in Native Americans' soil, but the air is free. And they used to come down in helicopters because I seen this, I seen this shit personally. On helicopters, come down and cut the weed and take it with them
Damn.
because they could not step on their land, but the air is something else.
Damn, that's
And
crazy.
and a bunch of people were like, oh, like we have that thing like, oh, la marihuana es mala. Fuck no. My grandma used to have my mom and everybody like knew I smoke weed, so like dame poquita para ponerlo en mi alcohol. You know what I mean? And
Right.
marijuana is not a drug. It's actually something that brings you. I mean, it brings you joy. It brings you together. I mean, now that people smoke weed and everything, half of this shit calmed down. And now
A lot of the weeds
and
got chemicals, bro. A lot of the weeds got chemicals now, and I think there's
Yeah.
the
exactly.
Mateo, there's
But
the duality.
I don't say he's a drug or nothing. I used to wake up to like wake up, get on my bed. I already have a couple rolled up, and that's my first fucking week awake and bake.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And my mom knew it. My mom knew it. She's like, yo conozco a mis hijos, como conozco mi mano, y tú eres el pinche marihuano. I was like, yeah. So 2003 came. I was gonna graduate high school. She goes, make me a promise. You're not gonna smoke weed no more. I was like, you know what, mom? I'm gonna graduate tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my. When I graduate, the following day I'll start smoking weed. She goes, really? I'm like, yeah. But don't even tell me nothing because I'm gonna be high as fuck for these 2 days. I'm gonna get high as fuck. I'm gonna keep my promise, but after all this happens, I'll fucking stop. I'll stop because you told me to.
Hmm.
Right.
And my dad always told me, mijo, lo que tenemos nosotros es que siempre tienes que tener tu palabra. If you're gonna do something, do it. Don't go ahead and run your fucking mouth if you're not gonna do it. Hey, lo único que tiene un hombre es su palabra y sus huevos. That's it. That's what we had. So me growing up with that, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna stop smoking. You told me to stop smoking. All right, fuck it. Oh, stop. Man, she's till this day she can't believe I stopped smoking weed. And it's like, look, mama made you that promise. My dad always told me this. And she's like, oh, okay. I went to San Diego like 4 months ago. I seen her eating an edible. I was like, I'm gonna start smoking weed, senora.
Shit.
But and she's all like, no, ya, ¿sabes qué, mijo? Ya entiendo por qué hacías eso tú. Instead, I mean, these motherfucking doctors always wanted me to take Ritalin or some shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to smoke weed. It came from Mother Earth. And that shit will relax me and shit. I'll pay more attention in class and everything. I'll be high as fuck, but I'll be paying attention.
Yep.
You know what I
You
mean?
feel
It's
calm.
like,
You feel
yeah.
calm and relaxed.
Like
And
so
I think
relaxed.
that's one of the points that I'm trying to make is that we don't have a balance or a
More
ability
weed.
to calm and relax. I just want to add this real quick. Is that, and this is just something I was thinking about. I just want to share with you guys on subject. Is that we're very hospitable people. We're very welcoming of other races.
Yeah.
You know, Don. Okay, Metamorphosis, Big Mike, Oakland, Don Suaves. Hey, you guys thirsty? Here you go. You guys hungry? I got you. You know, we exchange. We get that from the indigenous. I don't see a lot of groups welcome us as brown people, as in Southern indigenous people. I don't see any other group saying, hey, you want something out of the fridge to drink? You want to do this? Because it's not in their nature to do that, bro. It's not. We get that from the indigenous aspect. And when you're in a hood or a barrio, be like, hey, fool, why are you fucking talking to that dude? Why are you fucking hooking people up? Fuck's your problem? Your own fucking family or gangster people check you. Don't be doing that shit, bro. Don't be talking to that dude. I don't like that dude. Don't be wearing this. Don't be doing this. You start to become micromanaged, right? And that's the part that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. That negativity can come from your own family, your own neighborhood, and your own people. We always say the white man or the cops or all these other people that we expect it from, right? But do we expect it from our loved ones, from our neighbors, from people in our own?
You never do though. Sometimes it's such to say, but you don't get that. You don't get that shit from your family because they're always trying to. No, we got to man you up. You got to man up, man up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what you hear all the time in Latino homes and all that shit. That's what you hear. Nah, we treat you like that because we don't want to make you feel weak.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna make us look weak.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, fuck, you grow up with that mentality, like, fuck, I gotta do this. Like me, I didn't like fighting, bro. I'll be honest with you. I didn't like hurting people, but they stuck that shit into my head that you have to do it because you're gonna make that family look bad. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So that's
Let me
when,
ask
like,
you this question: how many of those family members that influenced you in an unrighteous way, in a bad, negative way, do you feel really good about? Do you still communicate with, or do you have really mutual respect for and high regards? You can be honest here. You know what I mean? There's no judgment.
I'll be honest with you. It's my brothers. I have so much respect for them because after they found out that it wasn't for me, they gave me the apoyo, like, hey, Mike, fuck it, go play sports.
But
hey,
you
Mike,
didn't play sports, so you're not fucking with you.
No, you know what? No, they got me.
Football, right?
I played football.
Yeah.
I played basketball. I played baseball.
Bro, I
I
used to
couldn't
love
fuck.
playing
I
baseball.
couldn't fuck with soccer. That was too much running for my fat ass. I mean,
Hey, I
but
used to love playing baseball, bro. When I
they
was
encourage my brothers. I thank my brothers because they made me the person I am today.
Hmm.
No me voy a dejar de, como, be honest, no me voy a dejar de ni un cabrón que me diga anything. So that came in.
hey,
That shit.
hey, my homie from Oakland said food ain't a sport.
Yeah, it is. Eating contest
Yeah,
is
it
a
is.
sport, homie.
Eating
Thankfully,
content is a sport.
Yeah,
Hey,
it is a hot dog. It's a hot dog
they
eating
got
contest.
professional pillow fights now. I don't know if you guys heard of the
yeah.
professional
Come
pillow
on,
fight.
Yeah.
man.
San Francisco.
But
Yeah.
I thank my brothers for being hard on me, but also realizing that I was cut from another cloth. My shit was something else.
Hmm. Yeah.
I like to
You know what I mean?
add on to that, bros. I feel the same way, bro, because I grew up in a fucked up environment, and I mean, Don Suave knows where I originated from. So does Joaquin. I took him to my old neighborhood, and I grew up around some bad shit, bro. I grew up around gangs. I grew up around drug dealers. I grew up around pimps. I mean, every fucking degenerate motherfucker you could think of. I grew up around them, bro. But I never went that route, bro, because my parents, even my brothers that were gangbanging and doing crazy shit, even my own dad, who was hanging out with like hardcore nauticals, bro, instilled in me. You know what I mean? Don't go that route, Jose, because if you go that route, it's gonna be all bad for you from us and from the law. And that like molded me to become kind of like this dude from the hood, but I'm kind of like an intellectual. I'm kind of like a dude who's a deep thinker. I don't like getting in trouble. I
Let
don't
me
like
let me stop you right there, brother. I hate when people say, "Oh, he has to learn from his own mistakes."
yeah.
Fuck no, I'm learning
Yeah.
from that. This
Right.
motherfucker's a tweaker. Fuck no, I like sleeping and I love eating. Oh, this
Hey, bro,
motherfucker is a crackhead and he's sweating and everything. Fuck no, I don't like sweating. Fuck that shit.
Hey, no, but
Fucking,
I'm
this
gonna add on
fucker's
to that,
doing
bro.
coke. This fucker's doing coke and he's like this. Fuck no.
I'm gonna
I
add
learn
on to
from other
that.
people from mistakes, bro. Be
Growing
honest.
up, growing up in Oakland and around the Bay Area, looking at dope fiends and motherfuckers smoking KJ and smoking crack and crystal, it made me not want to be like that. I didn't want to be a motherfucking dope fiend, bro.
No, that's right. That's right. No,
Yeah,
No,
no.
no. I love sleeping. I
you
love
know,
fucking eating. Motherfuckers over here is grinding their teeth and shit. No, I'm cool. I love my keys. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Joaquin, I have a question for you to touch on what Big Mike was talking about fighting. He didn't really. I mean, he had to do what he had to do. As youngsters, most of us got into a lot of fights as youngsters, and we still walk around with that violence in us. You know what I mean? Like even to this day, uh, like I still think like if someone is doing me wrong, I'm like, not that I act on it, but I still think like, man, I'll put hands on this dude. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
and like if I was to, when you fight as a youngster, ain't nobody gonna call the police or nothing. But if you fight now, you're going to jail. You know what I mean? So it's
Get
like,
sued, get
Yeah.
shot.
there's repercussions, but you still hold on to that negative mindset. And I know you were talking about uh, those native practices about breathing and stuff like that to reduce anxiety. And I know that breathing is also like anxiety reduction techniques as well. So I just want to know if you have any thoughts on that.
I do. I have a lot of thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I think that self-defense is needed for everybody. I think that training to be a warrior is something that's needed. Just because you're indigenous doesn't mean you walk around with a mini skirt, high heel, and some lipstick and a push-up. You know, there's no such thing as not defending yourself or your loved ones or your family if you're under attack.
Hmm.
But if somebody calls you a bitch or flips you off or wants to cut you off in traffic, the days that we live in now, that can cost you your life. Somebody pulling out a gun
Yeah.
or stabbing you. You got to pick and choose your battles.
Right.
You have to be ready for battle. Bruce Lee was asked, what's better? To be a gardener or to be a warrior? He said to be both. Be a gardener, but also be a gardener who's trained to be a warrior.
Hey, Bruce Lee would get his ass kicked straight up by the 5% Nation in New York. Bruce Lee wasn't that bad. Like, sorry to burst your bubble.
And no, I'm not. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying he was a badass. He's deceased.
Bruce Lee got his ass beat and everything.
Hell yeah, he used to get his ass beat by the 5% Nation in New York.
But what Bruce Lee was bringing to the people was his culture, because there was people in his culture that didn't want the Westerns to know about. But Bruce Lee was teaching them. He was actually teaching them respect. He was teaching them to humble themselves. He was teaching them. He was teaching them the breathing method. Bruce Lee was teaching blacks, whites, Mexicans. No, brother, you're doing it the wrong way. Bruce Lee was not actually really a fighter and everything. He was trying to humble people, because Bruce Lee found out that when he came back to the U.S., he seen all the depressions, the suicides. He was in San Francisco. You know what I mean? He was like, no, yeah. He wanted to.
He was in Oakland.
He wanted to help out the people, and not with medicine, but with meditation.
Right.
And that's what we Latinos don't get. We don't know what the fuck is meditation.
Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck is breathing.
But
we're very
a better way for me to ask you that question is, what would native practices tell me how to heal from that? Because that it's negative to think that way. Right. I think I need to heal from that rather than just kind of breathe or something like that, because it's something it's something toxic in me to think that way. You know what I mean? I should just be like,
say this. Yeah, there's no easy answer. I'm not going to give you a quick fix answer. There's 100+ languages and 100+ nations just in America.
Yeah.
What works for me is I go on sweats. I go with sweats with people who come out of prison, with other Chicano gang members.
What they call it, temescali, right?
Yeah, with temescal, but other tribes call it differently, right? Temescal is the Mexica word. It humbles you, the fire. You leave everything in the rocks. You leave your anger, your resentment, your residue of being dirty. It's like taking a shower. I just did one in Sacramento. And I brought a gang member from San Jose who's, he wants to do better, but he hasn't cut off ties or covered gang tattoos. I brought another dude from my neighborhood in the Central Valley who's going through things. And I brought myself. It's just, are you going above and beyond to seek a better way, or are you just promising yourself that you're going to change and lack and don't take the initiative? It requires an action. It's like somebody saying, I'm sorry. Sorry is the most frivolous word out there because it's a very weak acknowledgement lacking in action. We're all looking for an action to either apply it or do it or learn how to do it and enforce it. So as far as indigenous ways, I go to temescales, I do round dances, I go to powwows, I do Mexica New Year, I go hiking, I go clean land. It's all about humility. Mm-hmm. You think a hardcore gangster that sells heroin and shoots people is going to want to pick up trash in a mountain? Probably not. Yeah. It's just, what are you willing to do to get rid of the ego, to get rid of the old person you were? You're feeding two coyotes, two xoloscuincles. You could do some bad shit, but do more good shit than bad shit. Do more good things for your community, for your family, for yourself to be better than just saying, I want to do this, I want to do that, and lacking the action. So for myself and for my ego, there's days that people want to test me, and I'm just like, you know what, whatever. With the whole road rage thing.
Right. There's always motherfuckers like that, and I'm ready to punch the shit out of them.
But Big Mike, but you can't punch him. You know what I mean?
Big Mike, have you ever had road rage at a drive-thru?
At
Not
drive
a
through.
drive-through. I had, you know what? I
Yeah.
had at work. I had rage because right away, like I was telling you guys earlier, right away the white people right away. Hey, so how did you get over here? How did you cross the border? That was their first fucking thing. My reaction was like, yeah, how did you motherfuckers get over here on the boat? Huh? I was like, that. Well, you guys call a wall, I call a invisible line. But it's all right.
Mm.
Like you guys say,
Mhm.
I won't take offense to that because I take offense here and offense home, and you motherfuckers got to go through the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
They're like,
let,
oh
let me
shit.
tell you this, Don Suave and Big Mike, is it's not the way you react, it's the way you respond. Somebody comes up
Mm.
to you and calls you a motherfucker bitch. What are you gonna do? And you're in Oakland, you're walking down the street. Are you gonna have pity on them and say, you know what, this dude's mentally ill, he's probably on the glass dick? Or are
It
you
all
gonna be
depends on
like,
the person.
you know what I mean? It's not the way you react, it's the way that you respond. This is like playing chess. You know, you have to
You know
think,
what?
you know, what
That's
am
a
I going
good
to do?
question because I would
Lose my freedom off of this shit. You know,
the old me would have slapped the shit out of him and made him feel like a bitch. I'll be honest with you. But the person I am now, I will fucking laugh it off. I
Mhm.
honestly
Yep.
will laugh it
Yep.
off because I'll be like,
Yep.
is there anything else you want to get off your chest?
Mhm.
You are you hurting? Are you hurting? Do you need to talk to somebody? Because I'm here for you.
there you go.
And
Mhm.
that shit blows them out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Or you just
I
I
do have
still
that shit at work.
yeah.
Hey, I used to work at a job, bro, where I was basically like a fucking social worker, bro. I was a recruiter for a temp agency, and I got
At
into a lot of
McDonald's,
arguments. I got into a lot of arguments with people, bro. And I had some ghetto motherfuckers like try to get in my face, trying to intimidate me. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm from the town. Like, I ain't scared of you. But then, like, that part of me would react, but then the other part of me would react to calm down, let them talk shit.
Yeah.
And then I once they calm down, I'm like, bro, are you good? Are you all
Yeah.
right, man? And then they were
Yeah.
like, nah, bro, I'm just pissed. I'm like, look, bro, I can't help you, bro. There's things you want me to do that are out of my control. You got to understand that. I said, it's nothing against you. It's nothing, you know, it's not that I'm trying to not find you work, bro, but you want things that I don't have control for. Then finally they would kind of get it and be like, oh, okay, my bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
there's
Joaquin,
always there's always people that are gonna try to test you, bro. They're gonna try to see what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
yeah.
Think about all
But
what you got to lose. Bro.
but Joaquin, us wanting to react, that is PTSD, right?
That is a
Hell
portion.
yeah.
It's a form.
Of,
It's a form of.
that's a portion of your emotions, and that's a reaction to what's worked for you in your PTSD. PTSD is
Yeah.
triggered by memories or flashbacks. So if somebody
Mhm.
hurt you when you were a child or bullied you, you're like, not today, motherfucker. What's good?
Right. Right.
It's on an
What about
automatic.
what about
That was me
ancestral
though, brother.
PTSD?
Mhm.
You know,
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
ancestral PTSD because I think that's what a lot of people suffer from, you know, and especially, you know, those thoughts and things that the oppressors did to our ancestors that we practice now ourselves that we're not conscious of. You know, that just goes back to habits and practices. You know,
I mean,
it all starts with habit and practice. You know, you have to
the other,
change the way you live your life. You can't just
the,
talk
the other
about it.
thing, right? The other thing is that indigenous people, when it was time to go to war, they went to war, bro. They weren't weak, you know, off of what the storybooks
Yeah.
say. That my whole thing is this: if somebody came up to you with your family, they're looking to rob you, so they fucking try to crack you with the bottle or a bat or swing a knife at you. Take flight, right? Whatever you got to do, fucking karate chop that motherfucker, kick him in the balls, fucking throw the people's elbow, whatever you got to do for your life, right? Because your life and your children's life and your family life is at stake. So you got to do what you got to do to survive. But if somebody calls you a name, some J cat out there cats off and say, "Oh man, fucking shove it up your ass, you clown ass motherfucker," Is it really
I
worth
used to
it?
beat up crackheads, bro, for saying stupid shit.
Is it really worth
That's what we
clocking
call
somebody?
crackheads in the Bay Area. We call them JCats.
Yeah,
Bro, I used to
somebody
beat up a lot of gay cats, bro.
coming at you,
Uh, but
disrespecting
and
you.
looking at it now, looking at it now, it feels bad. You look at back and you're like, damn, I fucked that fool up bad.
Yeah.
But
You gotta
and
feel
it's
sorry
crazy.
for
It's crazy. You grow up, you're like, oh yeah, I fucked that fool up.
you gotta feel
A lot of my friends like, I fucked them up. Yeah, I won. I won. Fuck no, you win some, you lose some, and you know what? Get over it. Fuck it. You're not fucking. There's always somebody bigger and better than you out there that's gonna fuck your ass up. And
Yeah,
just
is it
admit
that's
worth
it.
true.
it? Is it worth
That's
your
Just
true.
admit
freedom?
it.
Fucking jump them and the cops come through in Oakland. They bust out the nightsticks on you. Like, okay, this big old dude right here slapped up this 90-pound tweaker who was all on
Oh
some,
yeah.
and, threw him like a Dorito. Now you're in jail. Now they're trying to press charges. You're getting loss of work. It's one of those issues where you got to decide if you're willing to take the consequences. Is it really worth it? And only you could answer the question for that. Is it I'm gonna go through with it or I'm not? But at the
My
end,
dude's here from South Central. Man, you used to get robbed. You used to get killed for your sneakers, brother. You used to get shot for fucking sneakers that were back in the day were what, 40, $60? You know what I mean? And fucking now these days, people are just trying to fuck. I mean, it sucks to say, yeah, we went through the COVID. Everybody lost family, and I mean, if you lost family out there, my respects to you and everything. But the government fucked up by giving the people these fucking PP loans and fucking you getting that fucking $1,400 every fucking I don't know how many times that EDD gave fucking they gave people that did not have money. They made them feel how it felt to have that sort of kind of fucking money with you. And now that you don't got that shit, people got used to fucking balling it. You know what I mean? And it sucks to say now everything's gonna go bad. Everything's gonna go bad now because everybody's fucking they're money hungry.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we have the gas prices that are high, and this is the thing is that competition, that narcissistic personality, that Eurocentric mentality is still here. We're not working with each other. We're working against each other. Who's got more shit? So you're
Mhm.
gonna have people becoming predator like they were in the 80s and the 90s, looking to
Yeah,
fucking just become a vulture bird and come off of somebody like, man, what's up? Run that shit. Take off your shoes.
yeah.
Run your pockets. So you're gonna have the youngsters out here committing robberies, jewelry robberies during broad daylight, lunchtime at the mall.
That's
Yes.
right. I mean, yeah, I've been seeing
Hey,
those.
don't
Yeah.
swab it.
Now, when
Remember
you
when
get
fools
the
used to
car,
get robbed for the starter jackets in Oakland?
Oh yeah, all the
Yeah,
time, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that shit.
yeah, the ones with the hoods.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Raiders ones and the A's
yeah,
ones.
yeah. That's
Yeah, man,
right.
that shit was wild. And when Jordan first came out, motherfuckers used to get robbed for those. Remember?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
J's.
You used to get beat up for a bunch of man back in the day. You used to get beat up if we had a nice ass bike. If you had a dyno,
oh yeah, Dino.
all kind of shit,
Oh
you were
man.
getting beat up.
You know that's why that rapper Sir Dino's called that because he had a Dino bike. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him.
Sir Dino.
Yeah, so dyno. He's
Yeah,
dark room.
is he he was a big influence for the Northerners and all that. He changed like him. He changed his life right away.
yeah,
He's a pastor, brother, and
yeah.
he's damn good pastor. Because even being sometimes it sucks to say even I don't want to say every pastor, but I was talking to my brothers like, yeah, Mike, I'm gonna become a pastor. These motherfuckers be getting money. That can be another fucking side hustle. It sucks to say, but it's true because you have what Catholic churches they be touching kids. They get all this fucking money, but you can't marry a woman. You got to be with the Lord. You can't do nothing. Hell no, let these motherfuckers take off. They can have women, but they can smoke. They can drink. They can hear music. you're taking one thing away from these people that I don't think it's right. These motherfuckers need to go get some bitches, not some fucking 8-year-old or fucking 6-year-old kid.
Yeah, Ron Garcia, that's him. Yeah, I
You,
feel you, bro. I mean, because church can be a racket too, bro. Let's keep it real, bro.
bro, I used to go to church. The pastor started off, he was humble and shit. 2 years later, this motherfucker is wearing nice ass fucking shoes, fucking rings, a gold chain. And I was looking at my brother like, fool, we should rob this fool.
Mm.
Hey, Don Suave,
Damn.
remember them pastors in Oakland, bro? The black ones, they be like pimped out in a motherfucking Cadillac or a fucking Bentley, bro. And you're like, what the fuck in the hood?
Bro, it
Oh, there was a show. I
Yeah.
think there was a show about pastors, and yeah, they did have money, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to see them black churches in Oakland, bro. And
like
them pastors be looking
like
like pimps, bro.
the dude from Texas, that guy that has like that mega church. And
Yeah,
Olsen, what's his name? Olsen something.
that fucking white guy.
Fuck that guy,
There
bro.
there were fucking people fucking dying in the streets. He would not open his church for these people.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how you gonna
Fuck
become?
that guy.
You're speaking about the word. You're speaking
Hey,
about God. God is humble. God's gonna bring you to this. God's
hey,
gonna do.
you're talking about Choloani over here, bro.
Hey, Choloani, you guys know about that fool?
Fuck.
I made a
Man,
video about that motherfucker, bro.
it's like you. We all have different kind of estilos. You know what I mean? Now, say I don't give a fuck if something looks good on me. I'm wearing it. But a black guy sees me, he's like, "Hey, that's from my culture." I was like, "Fuck you, no nigga, that's from Ross."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I look good on it. I'm gonna put it on. Now everything's you're taking my culture. You're taking no.
Oh,
What?
the cultural appropriation bullshit.
Yeah, that's fuck when FUBU came out. Oh, you can't wear FUBU. That's a black. I said, no, motherfucker, it looks good.
I know I had a few FUBU outfits.
I had some
Fucking
FUBU. I had some FUBU, some Sean John.
I
when
mean,
I,
it's so different. Like when blacks in LA were wearing like cholo clothes. A lot of fools out here, you see, like, why they dressing like Chicanos?
Yeah, like Snoop Dogg back
what,
then in the
what,
90s.
what happened to what's going on in Japan right now?
Oh yeah. Them
Oh,
fools.
that's right. Yeah, there's a Japanese Cholo revolution,
They
right?
got together, and they're Southsiders too.
Oh
Mm.
yeah,
Southsiders.
they don't even
Yeah.
know what that means.
They, they had that shit tatted up. Oh, suit, and you have norteños out there. That I was like, what the fuck is going on,
Yeah.
They got Norteños out there too. What the fuck?
bro? They have all sort. I mean,
Military bases, there's no things on military.
yeah, bro. It's a bunch of it's. If you want to do like that, military has more of the gang banging motherfuckers in the world. They're
Ask
just
Mm.
Joaquin. He'll tell you he was in the military. There's gangbangers in there, huh?
they were,
Mm.
There's
they're giving
people
it more
hanging
fucking.
in there, bro. It's like a city. You got thieves, cool dudes, gangsters, hoes, everything. It's that microcosm. Whatever society breeds or puts out, you'll see
Man,
that
I
in
used
the
fucking all those baby bitches.
Mm.
So what the
Hey,
neighbors?
the other thing I want to throw out there is I want you guys to think about this: is that when you want to do good and do positive stuff, you're always going to have adversity and oppression. Like I know Ghetto Morphosis talked about the 5%, right? These African
Well, them
people
fools
that
from
had
New York.
from New York. Them cats were oppressing other raza, and then the Latin kings rose up against those 5%ers. So at the end of the day, you always have groups that start off good. They start oppressing certain groups, then somebody else rises up against that oppression. And people, places, and things like I think was it Rojo says that from comics perspective, make people react, make people think, or become who they are. You know, Oakland makes people, California makes people, Stockton makes people, Modesto makes people. You know, Fresno makes people. At the end of the day, you got to think: am I doing things for 5 generations behind me, or to be a better person for me and my family, or am I just doing things out of anger, to make money, to just get back at society. And I think that's one thing that we don't ask ourselves in a deep question. We're in the now, not in the future. We're living for today, but not thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're
Mm-hmm.
still slaves.
Yeah.
We're still slaves.
Hey,
They just
Jose,
can't
we're
work slaves away. But we work for the minimum. You bust your ass, and all you get is half of these families out here in like California, anywhere, they don't know what the fuck is a vacation.
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, Jose, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about the Catholic Church?
I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I grew up Catholic. Obviously, I grew up going to St. Elizabeth when I was a kid. That's where I got baptized and did my first communion. But as I seen church, just in general, religion kind of like turned me off in many ways, bro.
Yeah.
Just like politics turned me off in many ways because I feel it's like a new religion as well.
Right.
But I'm not a big fan of it, bro. And I'm not gonna trash it, but I'm not a big fan of it.
Right. No, I mean, I feel the same. I was baptized. Did all the communion, and but reading the history of the Catholic Church, there's a lot of atrocities that were done, and and still are being done in some some form or fashion. And I got into it with my mother-in-law because I have a kid now, and she's asking, "Are you going to get the baby baptized?" And I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's an issue. You know what I mean? Because as Latinos, we're
So
supposed to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
and I've missed the
Motherfuckers just want to be Ninos and Ninas and shit. That's all I think about it.
yeah.
Get fucked up.
El padrino, mi comadre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was brought up Catholic. I don't
Yeah.
got nothing against the Catholic Church. I'll be honest with you. But growing up, my wife is Christian, so I started going to Christian churches, and these pastors actually come and talk to you. They come and talk to you, be like, "Hey, if you guys need help, we can help you guys out." And Catholic church, these motherfuckers. I remember when I was growing up, they used to pass that little fucking bowl so you can
Oh
put.
yeah.
Now you motherfuckers is about like 7 or 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like this motherfucker really trying to buy some beer or something.
It's a business. That's the thing, is that the European religions and the industries and establishments is a business.
I mean, not only
You
that,
have
like
to
the
use
raza and Chicanismo is also a business and is up for profit.
It's a business, brother. But we can't. I mean, there's some good pastors out there, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, there's good and bad in everything, bro. I mean, let's keep it real. Not all religious people are bad. You know what I mean? I've met some really good, righteous religious people.
I met this guy probably like 3 weeks ago, bro. He's a pastor. He goes, Mike, I haven't seen you go to church. I was like, man, I've been busy. I've been working. He goes, oh, it's fine.
I like what Shortcuts just said right now. Nobody's religious until you're about to die, or until you die, because that's
no. And this is
not me. I almost died. I didn't pray. I was just silent.
He has a point because
moment.
Right away, funerals. Ay Dios, que me quitaste a mi hijo. Ay Dios, dame para atrás a mi hijo.
I mean, because that's what we got to turn to, That's the only thing.
Yeah. Why do we always when something's failing in our life, we have to go to church?
Hey, the homie from Oakland said I used to sell dope to the priest. He was hustling out the church, real talk.
No, I stole the pastors. I stole my pastor.
What church was that? Well, that's San Luis Beltran.
One of the pastors got me pissed off, and I took his shit. This motherfucker got 18s in his car back in the day. I took that shit and sold it in Tijuana.
That's good.
I just wanted to add something else before we get deeper in the rabbit hole here. But I don't think that people should be judged on who they are. They should be judged on their actions, right?
Yeah.
And I think that one of the biggest things that we need to look at is, are you righteous? Do you have morals? Is what you're doing right? in my book or in society. A lot of these pastors and all these people that got money because of their status, they're not scrutinized. So I think that's one thing. And even on the indigenous side, you have people, that white boy who was supposedly a Southsider, Cholwani, out there having a sex cult.
Oh yeah,
wow.
that motherfucker.
Sex can be used as a healing tool, quote unquote, right? But also, when you're preying on vulnerable people, exploiting them for sex, it's something that a lot of people do in the hood. I'm just going to get me a Section 8 mama with some kids. I'm going to pipe her down and tell her that I love her. She's got the welfare, stamps and everything, food stamps. So people prey on other people that are weak. If you're weak, you're going to
Yeah.
get pumped.
Right.
So at the same time, if we're going to scrutinize people, we should scrutinize ourselves first. Look at ourselves in the mirror and see where we stand with certain things. And if we're not righteous and if we're still struggling, we got to check ourselves and go on a healing journey to do
Yeah.
better. Some people
That's
don't do
right.
that. Some people rather just stay drinking, being in the hood, doing hood rat shit, banging, and saying, "Oh, it's just the white man. It's his fault." When you're
Right.
doing more damage to yourself and to your own hood than the white man. So I think the duality or the ometeo, the fact that a lot of people finger point and don't really look at themselves, is one thing, a conversation that we're not ready to have.
Right.
We're
Right.
not ready to have that conversation of, man, I'm doing way too much. I'm running amok out here. I'm
Yeah.
out here not giving a fuck, selling drugs, banging, doing whatever I'm doing, and just saying fuck society. But I'm no better than the people that wear ties, that work at a bank, or that are out there, robbing people blind. I'm just as worse as them. And I think that a lot of people in the barrio, it's like, I just got to survive. I just got to grind. I'm out here, block barbarian, hood star, but they're doing the same shit that the government does,
Yeah.
but they don't see it as such, as evil, and,
Yeah.
and, and people using a sex cult and saying, oh, this is for the raza. No, motherfucker, that's just for you. You just on a booty call, butt pirate out here just smacking down some hyenas, talking about, I got the magic stick, I got the medicine vessel. Yeah, you got a good mouthpiece. That's what you got. It's
Yeah.
just, hustling some chicks out of their fucking panties and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah.
And, and,
No,
and a lot of people are businessmen. Like Sir Dino, he's a businessman, bro. He's a very smart, shrewd businessman. He's all
yeah.
about the dollar. Even as a pastor, he's flipping his books. He's flipping paintings. He's flipping interviews. Anything to bring that capital in his pocket, in his bank account. You know what I mean? So I think that we're looking for a Messiah. We're looking for the perfect one. That person doesn't exist.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I think that a lot of people need to look at the community as a whole, not just the elotero or the panetero or elders or women. They need to look at everybody, and
Yeah.
everybody needs help.
Oh
You
man,
Right.
I
know what I
thought
mean?
Big Mike went and got a cheeseburger, man.
Yeah.
Just
No,
what?
motherfucker, I was gonna go raid your fucking refrigerator, motherfucker.
Hey,
Oh
Big Mike, I got a
man!
question. Hey, do they got a Whataburger out there where you live?
Look here, you fucking fat ass. We talking about some good topics. Your fat ass always talking about food.
No, no, no. Do they got a Whataburger?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
I
All
heard
I see,
that's that motherfucker. They changed the name to Where's the Burger?
where's the burger?
Fucking with you, bro.
Hey, Joaquin, I did like what you had to say about how Rasa has a lot of escape mechanisms, like
Like
alcohol
cheeseburgers
and, and drugs and,
and
and
tacos.
and things of that nature, and also how we really don't know who we are, I and and that goes back to, I remember OG once told me most people go through their whole lives without knowing who they are. You know what I mean? So
I found that out when I was 10. I found that out when I was 10, and I've finally found that answer. 18 years later. So to me, that's all I need. I've already fulfilled most of my, well, 1/3 of my life is that I know who I am.
I know who the fuck I was, but I was too fucking scared to show
I
it.
know who I was too, and I know who I am too. You know, so that's something you got to figure out. Once you have that
And
figured out,
oh yeah,
that's
now
competing
once you
within
figure shit
yourself.
out like that, it's good.
Yeah, but the question is, where are your people from and where are you going? That should be the bigger
Hmm.
metaphoric and
You
subliminal.
know, you know what? To answer your question on that one, I'm not gonna be worried about other people, brother, because you can fucking tell them Misa, and it's up to them when they're gonna make that change. I'm not gonna be wasting my. I'll be honest with you. I got tired of wasting my breath and telling people, "Hey, just do you and shit." You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's people that are
It's
gonna be left
it's up.
behind. There's gonna be a
Yeah,
lot of people.
there's a lot of people that are gonna
A lot
get
of
left
people.
behind. Even I mean, like you said, old boy said, you fucking take a horse to go get some water. It's up to the fucking horse if he wants to take it or not.
Yeah.
Some people are unsavable, bro, unredeemable. I'm going to say this real quick.
Yep,
That's
If you
eighty
think about
percent
it,
of the
that's true.
population.
if you
Let's just
think
keep it
about it,
real. That's like 80% of the population.
a lot of raza, a lot of brown indigenous people, they don't work well with each other. Oh, I'm not going to work with this motherfucker. He's from this country. I'm not going to work with this dude. He's too dark. He fucking eats this food. He eats. We are so conditioned and programmed, indoctrinated to nitpick that at the end of the day, we're so sour with life and each other and ourselves that we're our own worst enemy. And nobody's talking about that, you know.
I gotta
And
Mhm.
respond to that shit. We're not born like this, brother. You don't see color when you're growing up. You don't see none of that shit. It's
For
the
real.
fucking influence that you have that from the people that you're around. Hey, why you kicking it with this with the negros? Hey, why you kicking it with this white boy? Hey, my fat ass, I still ride skateboards till this day, and they be asking me, Mike, why do you ride skateboards? Because
Yeah.
it fucking relaxes me.
Or why do you like this? You're hella weird. You ever got that one before?
You did, motherfucker, not us. We normal.
No, I did, bro. I did before. I ain't gonna lie, I did, bro. I did because I've always been eccentric. I've always been different. So there were definitely were people that would be like, "Oh, you're weird, bro. You like weird shit." You know what I mean?
J Cat weird or what?
Bro,
J
I
Cat.
used
Nah, not Jake Cat. Motherfucker, nah, I'll tell you that. Not Jake Cat. Never that.
the same shit as you. Because
Sas,
my
menudo time.
music,
J
music
Cat.
I love, I mean, I can hear hip hop, I can hear fucking banda, I can hear everything. But once I put in some like rock or something, everybody's like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
What is
that's what I'm talking
this?"
about.
Or country music. You play country music or something.
I don't fuck with country
Or
music.
like
That's
me, bro.
always
I like music from
fuck.
Africa, bro. I listen to like I like listening to music like from African countries, and people have
You
been
know,
like, "What?
Pumbaa.
I listen to that shit."
Look here, Pumbaa. We understand you like African music.
Come on, carnal. Hey, but hey, remember, a lot of our music came from Africa, bro. That's one
Yeah.
thing. We're another
Mhm.
thing we're in denial of a lot of times. That's Rasa.
What about corridos? What about polka? Because corridos is nothing. Banda is nothing but polka music. It's
Yeah, it's
German
basically
polka music.
German
That's all
music.
it
Yeah,
is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's all it is.
cumbia
Straight
and
up.
like salsa, rumba, and all that's African, bro.
My thing is this: is I've spoken to a lot of people right online and stuff, different backgrounds, different people, right, genders and stuff. And the main thing that I'm seeing is a lot of people are looking to network with other people. But if you don't like what they like, or if you're not into, their circles, it's kind of awkward. They're unwilling to bend to what they know or what they're about or what they do in work.
it's
They're
like me, brother. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I can hop on Gunner's live. I can hop on Bean's live. I can hop on your guys' live, and everything's different. Like
Yeah,
this is more culture. We talk about more culture. And Gunners and Beans, man, I fuck around a lot. That's
yeah,
my personality. I talk shit. I be fucking, but I also do give my opinions on that. Also, you know what I mean? And that's what I like about these platforms. Everything is different, but you get your message out there.
for sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
You have to. You have to put something out there. My whole thing is this: if you
Don't tell
converse,
laughing because like, oh, I just hopped on this bitch because Mike is on this motherfucker.
Uno suave.
Dude, that's
Oh,
exactly
Suave.
why I got
Hey,
because Big Mike got mad at me because I called him what I call him
Chambelán.
El Chambelán.
it's Cumberland. I didn't get mad. I never get mad because you know what I mean. Everybody has their opinions. Fuck, I can't get mad. And that was a good one. It's like that motherfucker was never a Cumberland. Like, oh, that's fucked up. That's kind of that.
Hey, bro, but you do look like you're Fat and Saucy's brother, bro. No lie.
You look like you fucking fat and saucy. You know what? Fuck fat and saucy. You look like Pumbaa fucking from the Lion King.
This motherfucker.
That's a funny ass shit.
Hey, what
Too young
you
for that
told me
movie.
last night? What'd you
I was
say?
wanting to know, brother, what's the Kuna Matata mean, motherfucker?
Too young for that
I
movie.
don't fucking know.
These guys were going at it for hours.
Oh, last night was off the
on
hook,
Bacon
bro.
and
That shit
Bacon.
was hella fun last night, bro. That shit was hella fun.
Akuda Matata means no worries, bro. Be happy.
That's right.
That's
No
what
worries.
I'm always just worried, though. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm
That
not
fucking
tripping,
stressed
bro.
out.
This motherfucker's always running to the bus station, to the train station. This motherfucker has the coupons for everything in Oakland, in San Francisco. You know where all the fucking fast food shit is at. This motherfucker, that's why that motherfucker be
Hey,
running.
bro, that's no lie. I know all the good spots in the Bay Area to eat, bro. That's like, I'll give you that, bro.
Hey, Big Mike, he has a coupon book. You said what you
You got a coupon for everything.
That nigga said I got a coupon book.
This,
In a,
this,
in a Velcro wallet. In a Velcro wallet.
Velcro wallet.
5.
has booklets and booklets. Hey, they're gonna have this shit in San Francisco today. You guys want to go?
3 for 5.
You got that? Hey, we can eat. We all can eat. It's 2 for. You buy one eat, and I'll get another one free for this fucker.
Especially for Big Mike, we gotta get him one free. Hey, what'd you call me last night, bro? Miss Piggy, or what'd you say? I forgot what you
He had
said.
Miss Piggy had a sex sex change. And became Oakland Latino.
I was fucking dying laughing, bro. That
Big
was
Mike.
so funny, bro.
Big Mike. So what you're saying is transgender, right? Sex change?
Basically,
Transgender?
Yeah, Miss Piggy became a vato.
Transgender, right? Tranny.
yeah.
Hey, Big Mike, people like the California raisin.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the California raisin. I forgot about that one.
People like that one.
I
Yeah.
remember that. I remember
Shit, I
that.
look like a California raisin.
And that motherfucker just said he's a musician too. He's the motherfucker playing the guitar in the background.
Oh, that other motherfucker, that J-Cut. Man,
Oh shit.
that shit was fucking comedy. That fucking live was like on crack, bro, last night.
Yeah.
That shit
But-
was crazy.
Yeah, but Joaquin is great, man. I look forward to what Tuesday? You said
Tuesday, yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna shoot
Tuesday?
for Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm gonna try hard on Tuesday for sure.
Hey, is Lucifer on this shit?
Huh? Oh yeah,
Yeah, there he is.
ass on there.
Hey, Lucifer got your ass. You said,
High
yeah.
heels.
Hey, Mike, I'm 5'9", almost 6 foot. I said, motherfucker, 4 fucking inches, too fucking small.
I fucked up. I meant
You got those high heels.
that's Big Mike. Hey, I mean, Joaquin, I'm pretty tall, huh?
How tall are you?
5'11".
I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of tall. My sister's tall too. Like I don't know. My parents were short, but we came out tall. I don't know why.
All right. So we definitely don't want to smoke with Oakland Latinos United then.
5'11".
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5'11". I'm almost 6'4".
Hey.
I guess I put 5'9". I don't know why I put 5'9", but I meant to put 5'11" that night.
That's still worse.
Yeah,
Fucker.
that shit was fucking comedy the other night, bro. Fuck, we were clowning each other like crazy, but it was all fun, bro. It's just like everyone needs a good laugh, especially in these fucked up times, bro.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we lost CRP, rest in peace, Juan Espinoza, bro. From
Oh yeah,
Oakland.
yeah. He was a Chicano activist from Oakland.
We lost him. We haven't been able to really mourn his loss, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
He won.
his family told me they want to do something in San Antonio Park next year for him, and they want us to help.
Yeah, we got to start planning that, and see who in the community in Oakland wants to keep that legacy alive, because the community also has the responsibility and the support of making something like that happen, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
because they were also impacted by that legacy and by
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
that those things happen in San Antonio Park.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
know about him, Don Suave? I've
I
made a
was,
few videos about him, about Juan Espinosa.
the name sounds familiar.
He was an old Chicano activist from Oakland, bro, who did a lot of work out here and in Hayward too, and he passed away last year.
Oh man.
Ghettomorphosis knows about him. I sent him a few videos about him.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check those out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
he passed away, bro. Sad that we lost him. But he was a
Oh
good
man.
dude. He really cared about the Rasa community, bro. Like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
one of the last
There's a lot of,
Americans,
there's
bro.
a lot of people out there, brother, that really do want to change the mindset of us. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah,
and it sucks to say half of us just don't give a fuck.
I
yeah,
mean,
Yeah.
it's easier to split an atom than to change a person's mind.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're all stuck on the grind, So
yeah.
Because the habits. It's the
Motherfucker trying to make
habits.
$1 out of 15 cents.
that's right. Yeah.
Dollar out of 15 cents. Yeah. Hey,
You know,
somebody
dude,
said, Big Mike, what the fuck you sipping on? That's what someone said in the questions.
Or some modelos.
Oh, Modelo, this nigga.
Oh, he want to.
well,
You
I
should
mean, the
start
other
drinking
thing,
that kombucha. The kombucha.
Oh, hey, bro.
Michelada.
Remember that one I got you last night? Remember when I said, man, this motherfucker's so fat, instead of a cigarette after sex, he smokes a turkey.
that's old school right there,
Yeah,
bro.
I know you remember I got you with that
I
one.
like it. I love this platform, bro. I
That's
love it so much. We got to give the handicap a round of applause, too.
this motherfucker.
Oh, man.
I be on the yellow bus, carnal.
Platform don't discriminate, you know what I mean? This
Hey,
platform
really
don't
don't, though, bro.
discriminate.
For reals. For reals.
Oh man, yeah. Big Mike is a character, man. Yeah.
I'm a character too, though, so it's all
We
synergy.
know, motherfucker, he came out on the Lion King.
Yeah, that's me. Hey, I got the tiger too, bro. Look.
Yeah, that's right
Hey,
there.
Oakland,
supposed
it's
to
a
be lion.
miracle. I just want to say it's a miracle you're not laying down on your bed or touching on your breast, fool.
Oh man. Remember that?
Oh shit!
That shit was hella funny, bro.
Motherfucker look like, and he like, look, Rasta, I got this new shirt, and he's all touching himself. He's like, the Pachuco cross, and he's all touching. I said, this nigga's feeling on himself now, huh?
Hey,
Hey, I love myself,
Jose.
bro. What can I say?
Jose, Big Mike told all of Bean's viewers about that one.
Yeah, I remember. The
Motherfucker
Mexican
laying down.
Donnie. Somebody said I'm the Mexican Donnie. That's fucked up.
Mexican dying.
Whatever happened to that
I
dude?
probably don't know who that is, but I know you guys know who it is.
Donnie Brasco?
Nah, he's a homie to begin on
Nothing
other
but
Chicago Live. He's a
love
white
and
dude
respect, brother.
from like Cincinnati or something, bro. And he be on hella the other lives, bro, on the other Raza live. I don't know why. He just loves to get on Raza's lives.
There's Raza in Cincinnati. God damn.
He's not. He's a white
fuck
dude.
is he
bro.
doing out over there?
No, he's a white dude. He's like a.
Oh,
like
okay.
He's like.
Donnie's a good soul, bro. Donnie's a good.
Yeah.
He lives in
Somebody
his
say
mind.
you look like Yance, bro. That's fucked up, bro.
No,
You know who Yance is, bro?
No, who's that?
that's a
That's
funny name.
that Norteño rapper from Salinas who's in a wheelchair, bro.
Got the little nub, the little hands like
Yeah,
this.
they call them the Salineros or something like that.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Somebody say you look like the nigga, bro.
No, cool.
Hey, how come Shortcuts didn't jump on the live?
I know he usually comes on. He got scared tonight. Hey, why doesn't a man 2112 ever come on my lives, bro? That fool's hella scared to come on my lives.
Man, I ain't scared of nobody. I come in your fucking life.
Nah, not you, bro. That's this other fool. This other fool. I think he's from Sacramento or somewhere.
No,
They call him The Olmec face. They call him Olmec.
Who?
The Olmec.
A man?
Yeah, they call him the Olmec face. And shit.
I've never seen what he looks like, bro. I just always see him on all the lives.
I seen what he looked like. They say that he lived in a halfway home. He's like indigenous looking from the face, like from Oaxaca, and he's just he's just brown.
Hey, bro, I was tripping out. I had my brothers call me. They're like, "Damn, Mike, you on the internet now, fool?"
You becoming an internet celebrity.
Yeah. Big Mike is famous now, you know.
Like,
it's like me, bro. Hella people in Oakland like, oh, Oakland Latinos United, bro. You doing it? I'm like, damn, fool.
I've been tripping out. And shit. I be honest, I got on all these like lives and shit, because I just want to throw my opinion out there.
Yeah, for sure. Same with me.
Hey, Big Mike, how'd you get on? You started on Gunners?
Did he hear you?
I don't think so.
Hey, Big Mike, homie asked which live you started going on Gunners?
I was always on Gunners one.
Oh, that's okay.
I was always on Gunners. I was always I mean, like for me, for being down south.
And he got cut off.
Yeah.
Let's see if he gets back on. I'm about to get off in a minute.
Yeah, but this was a good 3 hours live, Jose. It was a good live.
Oh, gracias. We've been on here for 3 hours already.
Oh,
shit,
man.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna get off soon, but let him tell his story real quick.
All right.
So you were saying you were getting on Gunners Lives?
I was on Gunners. I was on Gunners. Well, I just started going on Gunners Lives, but I was more interested in hearing their points on the northern side, because I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I never been to the joint or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, when I first heard Norteña, I was like, what the fuck is that? A new restaurant? But no, I mean, it's down south. Down south, you actually don't even hear about Northerners and none of that. Only when people come out of jail.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see the other outlook of it.
Yeah, I feel you.
But at the end, it's like, damn, we're just we're the same people.
Yeah, we're all Rasta at the end of the day.
We all, and that's one thing I like. I always like the unity. I always like the unity with Rasta, even with the brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'll be honest with you. I have a lot of black homies that embrace me.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's cool.
So it's like, I don't see color. I just see the only thing I hate is when people bullshit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You can't bullshit a bullshitter.
I want to share a word real quick, bro, with you guys about that.
Okay, just one though.
And
it better not be the.
You ever heard of the word frenemies?
Frenemies?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, frenemy, not even a frenemy. Yeah, Eric B. and Rakim said that, no?
But do you know what it means? Do you know the definition?
Like a friend is an enemy, basically, kind of.
No, that when it's convenient, they're your friend. When it's not, they're your enemy. Frenemy.
No, I call those motherfuckers freeloaders.
You know what I mean? So a
lot
of
government.
I'm just gonna say in this content, because you brought something up that we haven't touched on real quick. With other cultures, when it's beneficial, when there's mutual, there's respect. But when it's not, it's a one-way street. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of Raza helped out with the whole Black Lives Matter, and then when Raza needed help for certain things, certain people weren't there, right? But that could be part of any culture. Like you could be from New Mexico, you could be Tejano, you can be from Puerto Rico, South America, Central America. When it's beneficial, there's a platform and there's that connection. When it's not, there's not that platform and there's that disconnect.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I never bumped into people like that. I'll be honest with you.
In California, we have a lot of black and white narratives, right? Here, right? So when those narratives those narratives happen, the gray area or the brown area, red area, we're not included. And a lot of people feel resentment towards those situations, what people don't talk about, right?
I made a video about that subject, how we're not represented in the media, how it's a black and white narrative usually, but Rasa's kept out of the media, out of
Right,
mainstream media.
Rafa isn't considered brown. Everybody else is considered yellow, white, black. We're not considered brown, right? We might say it, but nobody really wants to use has that as a brand qualification. But whenever there's issues within our community, we try to bring it up as a collective, as a federation, and it largely gets ignored, right? For any issue, Oakland, San Francisco.
You have
So
a point on there. You have a good point that I'm glad you brought that up because okay, these kids that were crossing the border and they put them in these fucking
Cages.
in these fucking cages, not even with a fucking regular fucking blanket, brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was a wrap, like a.
it was just a fucking. It looked like aluminum and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys heard about it. I was in San Diego when I heard about it, but there was actually a lot of blacks that were actually fucking helping out on that.
That's
I
cool.
mean, and the media is not going to show you that. The media just wants they just there's another black man, another brown man over there fighting and shooting at each other. How come they don't show the positivity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have to make a goddamn riot or nothing, but these poor kids. I mean, in their protection, how many kids passed away, brother, being cold and being hungry?
Or molested, or
Yeah,
that's right. I heard about that.
Trafficked.
Yeah.
They were trafficked.
That was a lot of that happening. What I'm saying, what we're saying
Organ
is this.
harvesting.
What we're saying this is that a lot of the protests or stopping traffic on San Francisco's bridge, or wearing T-shirts or stuff on media, with a call for action with the hashtag, and so on.
because they
And so
don't bring numbers.
we didn't
It's
see
all a number game.
we didn't see the number game with as much fervor and motivation when it came to that. There was nobody wearing T-shirts that say "Get the kids out of the cages" with a little kid in the cage, but there was a Black Lives merchandise apparel going through. So what I'm saying is what I've heard a lot of people say is that certain things just weren't catchy or weren't trendy when it came to
Exactly. It's like YouTube. If you're not trending, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
yeah. So
If you don't get these fucking sponsorships and nothing like that, you're nobody.
Yeah. Have they finally stopped doing that with the kids in the cages? Or is it
Oh
still
no, that
going on?
shit's still going on.
Oh
bro.
man.
Yeah, that's still going on.
Catholic Church is still touching them young cheeks, fingering people and little kids, and nobody's up in arms of that. I'm saying, why aren't people up in arms with the Catholic Church and other people out there booty hunting, touching little kids' cheeks, and nobody's up in rage when every neighborhood, every gang neighborhood has a local Catholic church is doing that.
What's Hollywood, brother? What's Hollywood? If you're getting into that, what is Hollywood? Hollywood is nothing but fucking predators. Now you have actors from the fucking 80s coming out and talking about they used to have fucking sex parties.
Yeah.
With fucking,
That.
you know what I mean?
Bill Cosby with, "Hey Theo, where's the weed? Here, I got some pudding pops." There's so much of
No, that motherfucker had the Quaaludes.
the Quaalude, and he
What's
had
that one actor? He was popular in the 80s. He's been talking about that. It's the Corey Feldman.
Yeah,
Corey Feldman, yeah.
I heard the guy, bro.
He what?
He pass away? I heard he passed away.
No, that was Corey Haim who passed away, who used to come on.
Corey Haim's the one that passed away, but he passed away of depression and people not believing him what Hollywood did to him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, bro. Hey guys, but it's been 3 hours and I'm gonna get off. I'm getting tired, bro. I'm gonna let everybody have a last word, though. I always do it. Let's start with Joaquin. What's your last words?
My last word for everybody out there is to think about what they do and what they say, and think about tomorrow. Don't be stuck in the right now and in emotion. Think about what you do, and remember: is it going to hurt my family? Is it going to hurt somebody else? Is it going to get me locked up? Because World only knows how to do two things: lock us up or lock us out. And so I've spoken. Focus on positivity and be smart.
And Ghettomorphosis, what you want to leave it at?
Um, I want to leave and say a couple things. First things I want to say is three things: is you need to find out who you are, and you can do that through self-knowledge, self-identity, and self-revelation. And you have to figure out what those three things are to figure out who you are as a person. And also, you need to be more at peace with yourself, and you need to not be so competitive. There's nothing bad with being competitive, but you need to be competitive on a positive note and have positive feedback. You know, that's all I gotta say.
What about you, Big Mike?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh,
Nah,
jeez.
I'm playing. Uh, just don't. I mean, don't lose your don't lose that hope.
Yeah,
Don't lose your hope, and don't lose your identity. Be yourself,
exactly.
and stop eating the fucking burgers, you fat fuck. And stop touching on your fucking nipples while you in bed.
Hey, and Don Suave, what you gonna leave it at?
Yeah. First, Jose, keep up all the good content. You have a good YouTube channel going, which actually makes you use your brain.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, thank you for bringing Joaquin onto the live today. I learned a lot from him. Some of my biggest takeaways were to kind of work on all the negative conditioning that we've had, all our lives,
yeah,
and really work on getting to know who we really are, and learn kind of like Joaquin was saying, kind of our background, like as people, maybe the indigenous side, and where are we going.
yeah, for sure.
I just got one more thing to say, brother.
Go ahead,
I'm
bro.
glad. I'm
Oh,
glad. I'm glad there's a platform for the unity that we're going through right now with all these with the raza, with the southerners and the northerners. That I mean that they're all becoming one, and I'm glad that it was a breakthrough, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
And I'm not even
and
a gangbanger, but I understand where you're coming from. Like,
no, you're a fucking hamburger banger, fucker.
a hamburger. I'm a hamburglar, motherfucker.
You're a fucking hamburger and shit.
hey,
But
hey, you
but
both
it's good.
you both have to
It,
go back on beans, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it's good. It's good, and I appreciate everybody on this platform right now. My
gracias.
respects to you guys, and hey, let's keep doing it, and let's keep pushing it.
So yeah, so tune in on hopefully Tuesday. I'm gonna strive for Tuesday around 11, and I'm gonna come back on. It's just gonna be me and Joaquin at first, and we're gonna talk about PTSD and about being a military veteran and how he's been shunned from a lot of political things because he's a veteran. And we're just gonna talk about different things that really don't get talked about in a lot of these platforms. So tune in for that, and then we'll have a panel like this afterwards, and we can talk about it if you guys have questions on that and about PTSD and all that. We'll get deeper into those subjects on Tuesday. So hopefully you guys will join in and be on the lookout. I always put on my channel when I'm going to have a live, so you guys could, if you're subscribed, you'll see it.
I'm gonna
All right.
send you a fucking shirt with a fucking high heels.
Hey, motherfucker, you better bring a cheeseburger and you better bring an extra one for me, motherfucker.
Hey, motherfucker, you sleep in a tiny ass fucking bed.
I sleep in a hut. I live in a hut, bro.
You look like Jabba the Hutt, motherfucker.
Hey, but Jabba the Hutt was a pimp, bro.
That was a big ass pimp.
He was a big ass pimp, but he was a pimp, bro. You can't deny that about Jabba the Hutt. He was an ugly motherfucker, but he was a pimp, bro.
Hey, gentlemen, in every video, there's always a Big Mike, huh?
Yeah. Or a Jose or a fat Jose. You know what I mean?
All right, gentlemen.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all.
man.
All
You
right,
guys have a good night.
All right, man.
Ya
All
me
right.
desvelé, cabrones. Ya son las 4:11 acá.
Buenas
Oh, really?
noches.
It's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning out here in California.
Fuck no, it's fucking 4:11 over here.
Damn. Órale pues, carnal. Hey,
All right,
for
carnal,
real,
take it
Mike,
easy. And all your subscribers, any questions next time, let me know, and I'll try to answer it for you faggot ass fuckers or any stupid ones too.
Big Mike. Hey, let's tap in. Are you on IG or anything?
Yeah, I'm on IG as Big Mike.
Hold on. Let me look for you before you get off. Because I would like to tap in with you, bro, and we could do a one-on-one live like I'm gonna do with my homeboy Tuesday. We could do it the next time.
Yeah. Oh, what's yours? Yours is Oakland Latino?
Yeah, Oakland Latinos Unite. Hold on, Big Mike. I'm trying to find you, bro. Is it Big Mike anything specific, bro?
No, it's just Big Mike. You'll see me with a LA hat on there.
Hold on, let me see if I see your fat ass.
Well, I hope you can see, fucker, because you got glasses on. If not, you need a new prescription.
Yeah, sick, cabrón. Hold on, bro. Fuck, there's a lot of Big Mics on here, bro.
I'll hit you up.
Go to mine. Just look up Oakland Latinos United on IG and just add me and then send me a PM, bro, private message.
I will, brother.
Cause I looked up Big Mike and there's hell of them, bro.
Well, this is everybody trying to be like Mike, bro.
Yeah, bro. All right, carnal, be safe, bro. And
Hey, you too, brother.
You remember, it's all jokes, it's all love, bro.
It's all love and respect, brother.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Órale, pues. All right, y'all. Well, that was the end of our live. This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United. Hopefully, you guys like that panel. Tonight was just a homie kickback. Thankfully, good thing we got Big Mike on here. He's a personality right there, man. He's a cool homie. You feel me? And kudos to my homeboy Masatal Joaquin as he was on here. You know what I mean? From Modesto, from the 209. You know, I'm glad he finally got on. I've been wanting to get him on the live. And to Don Suave and to the homie from LA, Ghettomorphosis, you feel me? Good night to y'all. If anybody wants to donate to Oakland Latinos United and help out the cause, there's a link to my Cash App in the description. If you want to donate any little thing to help out Jose, you feel me? Don't be afraid to donate a little something. It's right there in the description if you want to help me out. But other than that, guys, be on the lookout this week for Live with Jay with my homie Masatal. We're going to be talking about PTSD and about being a Chicano Raza veteran and the struggles he had to go through with that. So, over and out. I'm out. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Orale pues. Gracias for coming on, and see you guys next time.